Want a beer or anything? Or
Oh, yeah, I'll take one. I'll do the intro. Hey, everyone, welcome back to Sci-Fi. No, you can go ahead. Hey, everyone, welcome back to Sci-Fi and Friends. This is episode number 64.
64?
You're probably like, 64? You're probably wondering, like, where the hell I've been. So just a little update. Kelsey got COVID. Let's see, like the end week of January or whatever. So, like, by her having it, like, I had to stay home and everything, and I couldn't get out. And then after that, I didn't get it because I have natural immunity. But I got some like crazy strep throat. It was freaking nut. It was the worst strep throat I've ever. Might as well just taken a blade and just stuck it in my neck, dude.
You've been using those sanitizing stations, you know, just a bowl of dirt. You seen The Office?
No.
You never seen The Office?
I have. I don't know.
When,
I don't remember
when
that.
Dwight's like, we need hand desanitizing stations. It's just a bowl of dirt. You ever seen that?
to get the microorganisms on your hand.
Yeah.
Oh
Which
my
is actually
God.
funny too, because in The Office, you know, when they're at that wedding and he's like, Dwight's like, man, we need a new plague because there's a bunch
Oh
of people.
yeah. That's like a really good that's like a really good meme anymore. Like everybody loves that. We need a new plague. Unfortunately.
Yeah. See
This one?
Yeah.
I know a lot of us have been feeling under the weather lately, that time of year, and according to a study done by the University of Arizona, they discovered that your keyboards have hundreds
Oh, I
of
think it.
formats.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about
This one.
you put it right on it.
Every juncture filled with dirt, vomit, matter. Exposing yourself
See what I'm saying?
is the best way to make yourself stronger.
Dude, but I will say the problem about videos like this is 2 minutes and 3 videos, and we only needed 10 seconds out of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like YouTube does really bad about like not giving you what you're asking in the search.
Oh right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I am on YouTube so much. Like I
man.
know what I need.
Oh man.
That's
Dude.
why I like scrub through. I'm like, I just need to see where Dwight's talking.
To me, there is no other rabbit hole like the YouTube
You're not on TikTok, are
rabbit
you?
hole. No, I'm not on TikTok.
Bro.
I've so vowed to not be.
Actually, you should though.
And I don't even like being the guy that's like, oh, I'm not gonna be on TikTok. I'm not trying to say I'm that kind of guy. I know that it can be like hours and hours and hours, and I already spent a lot of time. Well, not a lot of time, but I spent a lot of time towards the end of the day on YouTube or Instagram, and so I just one more. That's over the top. That's over the top.
Well, we will get to that. Yeah. So sick, and I just gotta get this intro done. Sick sponsors: Prairie Star Ranch beef. Hit me up. Longhorn cattle, $6 a pound for ground beef. A whole bunch of stuff. Sticks. Infinite Productions, and my guest today, my good friend, who is a what did we decide? Country red dirt bluegrass blues country red dirt blues musician, Reid Burns.
How you doing?
All right.
Thanks for having me,
Nice.
man.
All right. Anyway, so I'm happy that you're here.
Oh yeah.
I was very excited. Even when I got the ticket today for expired tags, I was like, officer, I gotta go. Like, there's a podcast. I got a job to
It's
do,
crazy
sir.
because I didn't really want to be here, but yeah. And
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like,
Dude, you're
well, so many people are
look
so
on your
apprehensive,
face.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, they're just like, I'm so nervous. People that are very outspoken, very active.
Yeah.
You know, they're they're extroverts, and they're like nervous to come on the podcast.
I think it's more about. I will say I was definitely nervous because it's definitely not, you know, doing a show or something like that. But I mean, I feel
It's
like
true.
if you're buddies with, really, it's just sitting down bullshitting.
That's
So if
100%.
we didn't have any microphones on at all,
Right.
I'd still be saying the same stuff.
Yeah, it's the
you
same
know.
thing.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here, man. I'm really
Yeah.
glad you asked me to do it for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were gonna do it a while back, and then got sick and everything. So I'm glad it worked
Dude,
out.
I think were we gonna do it before COVID? Was it?
before we got it.
Is this how? No.
Oh.
Didn't we have this plan?
This was planned 2 years ago.
2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, Kate was but what was Buddy's name? Young Cat.
Cameron.
Cameron. I always thought it was Kate. He looked like my brother. He reminded me of my brother. But yeah, you and Cam. I was gonna have you and Cam on together.
That's right. And that was before March 2020. That was before shutdown.
See, that was right. That was right after. That was right around the same time Tim came on. Because I was kind of on a country kick.
Oh, that was that long
and
ago.
you and Tuck were running around.
Yeah.
Tim was recording at Pamu's place. Pamu was starting to get like the overflow of all the bluegrass country folk in the area.
Which obviously nobody knows But that was when Pamu's studio was in that.
It's when
you walked
Studio
into C and it was into the left. I remember that day you took me over there, man. That's the first time. And now I'm living with the guy.
I introduced you?
Yes.
Because Tucker introduced us in front of 609.
In front of
and you sang on this
in front of the state in front of the state beauty supply place.
Exactly. Well, 609 is right there.
Because we were going to Infusions at the time. And then you were like, "Oh, I got this buddy who does recording stuff. You got to get over there." And so you introduced me to Pamu in 2019, and then now I'm living with the guy.
That's awesome.
You never know. So that's the thing about you never know when stuff like that's gonna happen. You know, me walking in that room being like, "Oh, I'm recording music," you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm living with the guy. You know, first time meeting him, and then now it's like I'm paying the dude rent. You know, it's like. You never. It's crazy when
the thing I will say, make sure that mic follows you.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like I don't know, 6 inches or something. You know.
Oh yeah, I got you.
It's a massive length.
Yeah.
You know? Though I will say that like, I kind of knew, like from your vibe, like I wouldn't have just introduced anyone to Pamu. It's just kind of like that. You know, you feel it or that you don't feel it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this kid's from Texas. He's kind of got a strange story. Great skill in singing and playing this guitar.
Yeah.
It's literally like in walking distance. Like, let's go meet this guy.
Dude, it's funny when you think about, because I mean, when's last, like, I remember, or I feel like, you know, you get so much better over music as you go. And so I always look back now when I played for you then in front of the State Beauty Supply. Now I like almost cringe about how I used to sound. Yeah. You know, you look back in time and I'm like, man, I sounded like that then. Yeah. I feel like I'm so much better now, you know. And so I look back and I'm like, man, I don't think I was good that time then, you know, but I mean, that's just growth.
It's just kind of where you were at that time, you know.
Like you said, this is episode 64. Imagine
what
was episode 1?
Me and my brother and maybe one other guy in my bedroom holding the mics because I had like shotgun mics to make movies with. Yeah, and it's awful. But it's awful for like if I told you like, hey, go check out episode 1. It would be torture to you. You'd be like, send me to Guantanamo. I don't want to listen.
Really? How long was it?
But for 2 or 3 hours.
Really?
But for me, it's awesome because it's like a piece of like I captured this moment in time, and it's literally me. We're still living at my mom and dad's as brothers.
Yeah, which I mean, you put yourself in that memory, and you know exactly you know the setup into starting the podcast. So, but yeah, I always wonder about podcasts. Like, what was episode 1? You know, and like, why'd you have your brother? Just
it was mainly going to be us. At first, it was going to. Actually started out as the Bodcast, which is BOD, Bag of Dicks, and it was going to be like the two of us. And I guess at first we were going to bring on guests and just kind of have like a show and then see where it went from there. And then
whose idea was that? No. Whose idea was the BOD?
Okay, dude, that's a big question. The BOD is like a sacred underground community, like it's a secret society.
In Joplin?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Dude, I've been here for like, which
you are BOD. Remember how I said that thing earlier about like I kind of knew like you're a cool guy. I need to get you to Pamu.
So it's not even like a club you join. It's a club that you join and don't even know.
You're either in or you're out.
So you look at a guy and you're like, oh, that's a bag of dick.
Big time.
Really?
100%. Yeah. It started at the restaurant that I used to work at. It started at Red Oak. And Chris LaTurner and Emilio and maybe one other guy kind of had this saying of like BOD, bag of dicks. Yeah. And in the restaurant, if you were a BOD, and I will admit this, like if you're a BOD, I would help you before anybody else. There's like 2 people with a bunch of dishes in their hands, like the BOD's getting help first. Yeah. If I'm going to tip somebody out, I'm tipping out the BOD 10 times more.
But see, the question is, so you didn't come up with someone being a BOD as far as being a bag of dicks. Where did the bag of dicks come from?
I have no idea. I need to ask Chris LaTurner where that came from.
Oh, that's what kind of where it started?
Yeah. Do you know Chris?
I don't know Chris.
Oh, my God, bro.
You're saying Red Oak. Where is...
It's in the casino. It's the steakhouse in the casino.
Wait, downstream?
Yep.
That's actually funny you say that because... you know, obviously Tucker Taylor, good friend. I went with him one time.
To Red Oak?
No, which one does like they do like the pizzas and stuff?
The pizzas?
That's not the same Red Oak, is it? No,
No. Red Oak's like $100 a plate.
that's the one where you walk in there, right?
Yeah, you gotta walk in. Yeah.
I think I
You
tried
go to the buffet.
I think I tried to. Yeah,
It's right next to Red Oak.
I think I tried to walk into Red Oak one time, and I think they kind of saw. I didn't know that it was expensive like that.
Yeah.
And the first time I tried to walk in there, I think they kind of knew,
Right.
hey, I don't think you're supposed to be in here.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got a vibe, and so I didn't end up going. But they also have that one where you can get the pizzas. You can like make your own pizza because we had a buddy go in there. His name is Joey Wagner. He lives in San Diego now, but we went in there casino, and we were getting pizzas. And he's a vegan, so he can't have, like I don't know if he couldn't have the sauce, he couldn't have the cheese. So he told the guy, he was like, hey, can I just want a pizza crust. Excuse me, golly. I want the pizza crust, all the olives you have, onions, and I don't remember what it was,
Just
but
a veggie
so but no sauce. It was just it was just basically crust and these vegetables. So it had taken like 45 minutes for them to get this pizza out. So we're all considered like, what the fuck? So they end up coming out and they tell the guy, they're like, hey, like, we don't know how to make this pizza, basically.
Yeah.
So they ended, Joey was just like, just bring the crust out here and just bring all the sides and I'll just dump it on the thing. And he literally ate the pizza. So whenever you were saying, yeah, exactly. So whenever you were saying Red Oak was a steakhouse, I'm like, dude, my friend got a pizza in there, bro, and it was not what it was. But you're saying that it's like $100 a plate. So.
Oh, yeah. Much different.
Which the
I'm
hostess.
not sure where you went. You went to Oak Red, bro.
Yeah. I think.
Went to Blue Pine.
I think, was it CC's we were at?
CC's? Yeah, Red Oak and CC's. Very easy to get mixed up.
But like I said, when I walked into Red Oak, the hostess, I was by myself, and I didn't know that it was expensive like that. I just was like trying to get something to eat. I remember. And anyways, when I walked in, the hostess was like, are you by yourself? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, do you know what kind of restaurant this is?
Really?
And I was like,
interesting.
Don't get me wrong. If I would have got in there and seen the prices were something like that, now, yeah, I probably wouldn't have paid it, but don't assume I'm not going to pay it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she was like, you know what kind of restaurant this is? And I was like, no, and I'm, dressed typical, you know? And I'm like, no. And she was like, well, this is a pretty nice little steakhouse, yada, yada, yada. She's like, I just didn't know if maybe you didn't know that. And I was like,
really?
Well, I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, maybe it's not really a place I want to eat. And she was like, oh, I just, I wasn't trying to, didn't want to let you know. And I was like, that's interesting.
I mean, why? I just would have handed you a menu. It's like, hey, just check out the menu real quick.
Exactly.
And you're going to see the numbers and you're going to make
Well,
it quick.
because the thing, because if she'd have been like, hey, let me see the menu, it would have been kind of one of those things of like, oh, okay, like, she could have presented it and like, oh, okay, this is the kind of food we have. If you don't like it, this may not be the place. 100%. Don't say, but anyways,
well.
I mean, so
but
anyways.
I will say, when I worked there, there were many times, like multiple times, that couples would come in super excited, sit down, open the menu and be like, just like, shit.
What'd you do there?
I was a server.
Oh, dude, you make bank, didn't you?
Crazy good.
Dude.
It's hard to leave.
Have you, okay, here's the thing though. Here's the thing with the service stuff. Have you thought about, so you obviously, it was a super nice restaurant. You made bank. Let's just get that out and play. You made bank. Why'd you leave that? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people, when they get in the service industry, they figure out that there is money to be made. I know people that went to college, served while they were in college, and then not done their college degree job because they were making just as much serving. So, I mean, what was it for you?
You can definitely do that.
What was it for you? Just
mindset, because you know what a bell curve? The bell curve, right? Yeah. So as you're going up, you're benefiting. You kind of hit a plateau, and then all of a sudden you get in that diminishing returns. For me, that's where I found myself. Like for a while, I was like, okay, I'm making great money. I work 3 days a week and make, a full-time salary working 3 days a week is amazing. But what happened was over time, you're a server, right? Servant. Yeah. So you are kind of forced into this role of like taking orders and stuff. And that gets ingrained in your head and it's really hard to shut off.
The money never phased you from leaving.
No, that was like the number one thing that did phase me besides the mindset.
Yeah.
I did not want to leave because of the money. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking easy. I was good at it. It was the mindset.
No, I know you being a server, yeah.
It was just the point of like, I have to leave. Like it's time to leave. Like I've been here for the harvest season, and now it's winter, and I gotta go. Because if I stay here, I don't know where this takes me. Like parts of me have to die if I stay here.
Oh, there's not any room for improvement.
Well, is that what you want to do? Like you want to be this server? Like it works for a while, but it was always a means to an end for me. It was always like, I'm going to do this, to do that. And at some point it was like, time to jump.
Yeah.
Time to jump.
Which, I mean, that is because I served for, the only thing about serving that I knew I was like, it's not going to work. It's just the scheduling of having to, when you make the most money on the weekends. Mm-hmm. When do you play?
Yeah.
Shows on the weekends. So, now it doesn't make any sense for me to do it now because we're playing every single weekend, 2 or 3 times a week. And so it doesn't make any sense to do it now. But I remember when I was serving, just, man, dude, I mean, here's the thing. You're like, oh, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Then you work your shift and you're like, that's $275 cash.
Yeah. For sure.
Dude. And it's like,
but it doesn't go anywhere. That's another problem,
No, that
it's like
is
you
true.
can stack cash all day, which is, if that's your goal, then you're fine, dude. But
that's true.
The thing that I was seeing was like my wife got this job in a field that she was in a career, like as a designer. And so the way that I viewed this was that every day that she went to work and every day she designed something and had meetings and just in that world, she was taking a brick and putting it on her career. And she was building this career. Every time I go to the restaurant, I was just getting money. I was just making money. And there was no career being built. There was no connections being made. There was nothing to where, like, if I do leave here, I have nothing. I have zero. Like, I don't want to be in this industry. Like, I want to be in this industry.
Which, I mean, because, like, service industry, to me, it does build your social skills
100%.
To an extent.
100%.
But they're also fake social skills because you're not being yourself.
I was, in a way, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I can see you being yourself, but I will say,
I mean, there's a role that you have to play. I'm not there like willingly. Like, I love to be here.
Yeah, I love to be here. Exactly. And so
I gotta play this. Hey, how are you?
So that is probably what made you. That'd probably say you're probably your biggest factor because you weren't like, oh, I love being here.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. The people were awesome. I loved the kitchen. I loved the chefs. I loved watching them, learning from them, and honestly, if I ever go back to the service, I'm gonna be a chef. I'm gonna be with those dudes because that's more my crowd. Honestly, I don't know how I got to be a server. Look at me.
For some reason, I don't know why you give off this vibe that you would be the greatest chef in the world. I'm not kidding.
I think it would.
I'm not kidding, dude.
I think it's
I'm not kidding.
I could just give myself to.
Which, I mean, I've seen
more tattoos.
I feel like you could. I've seen your stuff on Instagram, like the steaks and stuff you cook, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's just be honest, dude. You're a big guy,
bro.
I know you eat good.
Oh yeah.
I know you're eating good.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like people like you can translate the way you eat into. You know what's better than You know what's better to eat than I do. I mean, look at me, dude. I mean, earlier I ate a Subway sandwich from Casey's.
That sounds good, dude.
You know what I'm saying? What did you have today?
I had 3 eggs and a protein shake.
Well, okay. Which is still, but you cooked it at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I go out to eat every single day.
Yeah.
Well, it's fast food.
Yeah.
So I feel like a guy like you would be a really good chef.
In another life, I would definitely dedicate my life to being a chef.
Really?
Yeah. It's just
wait, time out. Another life? What do you mean? Why not?
I only got one.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And that's just not.
I'd love to be a military. I'd love to join the military and go as deep as I could go. Mm-hmm. Not this life.
Damn.
Not this life.
Really? That's deep.
I can't,
shit,
dude. I can't. You can.
Dude,
you only
that is
have
so
one
deep.
life.
That is true.
So it's like,
damn.
Make your choice.
Yeah.
Put your sails in the air. Choose your route. Fucking go.
So are you more of like an eggs in one basket type guy?
I'm becoming that more and more. That's one of the things I've been like self-discovery lately is that I got to cut some of this out. Like I can't keep doing all this because I'm too spread, and the things I'm really trying to do, or the things I say I'm really trying to do, they get no energy, they get no love. Yeah. And then that gets into this cycle of it makes me very frustrated. Why am I not doing what I want to do? Why am I not progressing in the ways I want to progress? Because I'm doing 6,000 fucking things. Yeah. And so late last year, early this year, I just took a lot of time. You can read it on the blog. I think I got a vlog about it too. And I just condensed it down to like 3 things. I'm like, the things I do from now on have to fall into these 3 categories. Yeah. And if they don't, then they're fucking gone. I'm sorry. You know?
Which I feel like there is a really good balance of, because there's a lot of things that, you know, which I know, it's sometimes it sucks to talk about music stuff because I know everybody and their dog plays music, but that's what I know.
They don't.
That's what I know. But yeah, and so that's funny that you say that because I don't even like to tell. Like if I go up, don't get me wrong, I have a girlfriend, so I'm not trying to say anything to her if she
What's her
watches.
name?
Emily.
What's up, Emily?
Yeah, no, she's like literally the greatest human in the world. But in future or in past presence, I remember never telling girls I was in a band before because I understand that, oh, you're in a band, you're another guy. But what I was going with that is I always find, going back to the topic we were just on, I always find that there's a balance in putting all your eggs in one basket because I know, I will say right now, all my eggs are in, because the band is doing really good. We're doing really good right now, and we're making really big moves, and all my eggs are in that basket. But I will say there's a perfect balance. There's a balance of like, so like you put your eggs in this basket, but that doesn't mean you don't have hobbies.
Oh, for sure.
Outside of it, because I feel like there's a perfect balance of like, okay, I know I'm doing this, and I know that I have everything in this, but dude, that burns you out a lot quicker than you think, too. Because
have an avenue.
I remember a couple years ago, or when I kind of really started getting into the music stuff, I remember being like, man, that's just the life, man. Like I want to live that life, yada yada yada. Here we are 4 or 5 years later, and it's just now kind of working out to where it's I don't have to have a job. I can just play music, making enough, blah, blah, blah. And I remember saying all that stuff back then, but now that I'm in it and I'm doing it, and I'm not even doing it to an extreme level. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that. Are we doing really well? Yeah, we're doing good. But it's not like, you know, we're touring and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but.
Not till this comes out.
Yeah, not till this comes out. But I will say, now being in the lifestyle, I've not got burned out on it. I'm not saying that. I still love it, but I can see where it starts to get to a point where there has been times where I've been like, man, I don't want to play this week. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that is where I feel like, you know, the chef and the stuff like that. Right. But I guess something like that requires a lot of attention too. But I will say there's like that, like I'm trying to find that balance of like, okay, all my eggs are here, but I also don't want to waste this basket because I'm burnt out on it. I don't want to use those eggs. So I'm trying to find other things.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've been doing a lot of walking.
Nice.
A lot of me and my girlfriend actually today we walked we walked from you know where the Frisco Trail is?
Yeah.
We walked from the Frisco Trail, dude, to Webb City downtown.
Jesus.
And back,
wow.
bro. And that's the thing. Wow. When you're walking like that, you're thinking, oh man, this ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we gotta go
back.
We gotta do this again back.
Yeah, right. Every step you take.
But I've been doing a lot of that with her.
Yeah.
And but I've just been, like I said, I've been trying to find like stuff to do to make sure that I don't get burned out on this one basket, you know? And you can probably say the same too, right? I mean, you probably got like little extracurricular activities like
I had too many. That was the thing.
Oh, really?
I had too many, and I was engaging in them too much because the act of creating, I don't know if you feel this, but the act of creating for me specifically with writing is extremely painful because I don't want to find out how bad I am.
No,
so I'd be like, I'm going to bake some bread because it doesn't hurt. And then I would never get around to writing.
Exactly.
So,
how do you know if you're bad or not?
Well, the only way is to do it.
Yeah.
Is the only way.
Who's judging if you're bad? You or someone else?
Probably both.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, I'm going to write this thing. I'm going to like review it and be like, who did an 8th grader write this? Like, what is going on? I mean,
do you give your stuff to someone to let them?
I usually post it on the blog. If it's like if it's like, you know, blog style. I mean, there is one guy I should give it to, but I'm terrified to give it to him.
Really?
He's like my mentor or whatever.
That's the same
I just
thing.
can't stand. I can't even be like, this sucks.
Oh,
but
dude,
I need him to hear that.
I got my best friend in the entire world, Connor Cooper. He lives in Utah, actually.
Shout out Connor.
Shout out Connor Cooper. Yeah, and I'm not. When I say this, I'm not trying to say anything about him because he literally is the most genuine guy in the world. He's my best friend. So I mean, I know he is that guy that he's gonna tell me how it is, dude. it's the same thing with music because I've written stuff so many times, dude, and I've been like, dude, this is like, man, this is like crazy. I'm like, dude, this is like, if this was a song, this is gonna be the biggest song in the world. I mean, I really have. I've sent it to Connor and been like, dude, check it. And I remember one time he sat back and he was like, are you super attached to it? And I was like, dude, yeah, like I really like it. He was like, are you saying that because you want me to be attached to it? And he was like, dude, I think you just need to start over. So that's the thing is like, but that's the thing is like, now when I write stuff, I'm obviously you get better over time, and I believe you get better over time in anything you put your time to. But 100%. Connor is that guy that I send my stuff to because I know, like, no, don't get me wrong, I've sent him a bunch of songs. He's been like, "Oh, dude, that's crazy good." Yeah. But like sending it to him, knowing that he's like, dude, he straight up told me before, no, that's not good. Yeah. You know, but
it's good to have,
dude. It's
true feedback. You know.
Well, true feedback because there's a lot of times. Like, if we're playing a show or something like that, and people come up and they're like, "Oh man, you're good, man. You guys are great, blah blah blah. You guys blah blah blah." I love it. I do love it. Obviously, you want recognition for what you're doing, but I always want to wonder about the people that don't say a word, that just sit there and watch us play and then get up and drink their beer and leave. What did he think? Yeah, because he didn't, And so that's like Connor is that kind of guy that like when I send him my music, I know, hey, he's going to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? And so it has definitely helped me become better at what I think that I want to do with my life, what I know I want to do with my life. And so I'm basically what I'm saying all that to say, send it to your mentor. Yeah. Send it to him, man. Because if it sucks. I mean, it's just, and that's the thing, like, you may think it's really good because you wrote it and you're attached to it, but like but I will say, yeah, dude, send it to him, man, because if it sucks, plain and simple, but like I remember there's songs that I don't even want to send sometimes because I'm like, I don't want someone to say it sucks because I love it so much. Right. But it's like, but it's also thinking like not everyone's gonna like it either, Like I could show Connor a song and then show you a song, and you'd be like, dude, that's so badass, and then Connor's like, oh, that's not good. Right. I guess it depends on that, but I will say, I'd send it to him. Yeah, I'd send it.
Well, here's the next thing: is I need something to send. Like
he's like, I ain't even got nothing to say anyway.
What I mean? So. And that's like one of my biggest things is like. I say I want to be like a screenwriter.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing here, man? Get your ass out here, right?
Oh, listen.
You get your ass out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting there. Like, it's this whole process of, I've been writing about this a lot lately. It's this whole process of, having the creation too connected with your ego. Yeah. And I actually learned a lot of this from like indie, I guess you would call it indie music, going specifically to Everett the Gray's shows. Everett?
Yeah, I remember.
Alex, yeah. Going to Everett the Gray shows.
Still have his sticker. Yeah. Still have the sticker on the guitar case. Shout out Everett the Gray.
Right. So I would watch Everett do his thing. I would watch the people that open for Everett, and I'm like, these guys are not rock stars, right? They're not like the top of the top, but they're doing the same thing. They're doing the exact fucking same thing. They're creating music, they're performing it, and they're recording it in these studios. What's the difference? There's no difference. Yeah. There's no difference besides the money and the following. Yeah. And then just watching them on stage and them being authentic and them being like, I wrote this song when I was really sad, and they sing this song. It's like, I could see the process, right? Mm-hmm. I could see the process rather than like Jamie Johnson comes out or Chris Stapleton. Yeah. And they're like so good at their magic. I don't see the process. I'm like, oh my God, God came down and blessed him. Yeah. But really it's a process of inspiration, hard work, writing, getting this written down, doing draft after draft after draft, changing the melodies, all this stuff, and finally getting this final song that we think, or I think as a newbie or whatever, it's like, that just came out of him. Like,
and that's day one. That's one of the things too about like stuff like that is like the process of being let down is to me a good thing because I've been in places where we've done songs and recorded them or whatever, and I mean, you do sit back and you're like, man, like we created that, man. That's crazy, you know. Right. But at the same time, with the realistic expectation in the back of my mind, thinking, you know, you never know what song is gonna change the world or change your life, you know. And so, but yeah, like sometimes like that is a big thing as far as like still being able to get past or still being able to do music all the time is because, like I said, I mean, like you do sit there sometimes and you're like, man, I created this whole thing. This is crazy, and it does nothing. Yeah, you know, and so that kind of dampens your creative process because you're like, I mean, do I want to go through all this fucking work again for essentially nothing, you know? Right. Because I mean, you know what I'm saying?
When so in that sense, wouldn't you think that your values are applied in the wrong spot? Because you're looking for recognition. Yeah. Like that's what you're creating for. Yeah. In this instance, I'm not saying you. Yeah. And instead, what would probably be the most wise thing to do is like, I create to create. If you guys fucking love this song, rock out. If you guys don't like it, I'm just gonna create another one next week.
See, and I will say, I
do want to be recognized.
Do I? I think everybody does. I think everybody does.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing, though, is like I gotta say, I think that I was born in the opposite way. I just wasn't born with that. And don't get me wrong, I create to create. I don't write songs or do whatever because I'm like, oh, I'm trying to be this superstar or whatever. No, because I know the realistic expectations of being Harry Styles is unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? So I do make music because I do love it. Sure. I don't think that I was born with the attitude of like, I'm a creative guy. I know that I do music because there is a goal that I want to meet. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, nothing wrong with it. I just think a lot of people do get in that mindset of like, I don't care what it does. And that's totally fine because sometimes I wish that I was like that more because I'm always putting a lot of pressure on me. Like we got some venues waiting on our album to come out so we can start booking some stuff at these certain venues and stuff. And so I do, you know, we got some really talented people in the band as far as like writing and stuff like that. And I feel like a big role of mine in the band is the writing aspect of it. I write a bunch of songs and I think that's something I do really well in the band. That's one of my roles. And so a lot of pressure on me to be like, okay, let me make, and so I think my mindset with all that being said is, do I want the recognition? No, but I am making this stuff with a goal in mind.
Which is what?
Which is like, I just literally, it's funny you say that because I just watched a video on Tyler Childers yesterday. He was playing in New York. Or no, he was playing at the Kansas City Uptown Theater in Kansas City. And there was like, I don't remember how many people were there. When I look at stuff like that and I look at the background of him, his back with the crowd in the background, and there's 400, 500, 600, 700 people, that's what I see. I see that stuff. And I see end goal. When I write something and I'm like, okay, money. I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, because money from the song, not necessarily because you don't make a lot of money from streaming your music, but you do make a lot of money from getting shows based on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that Zach Bryan guy or whatever? He's a country guy out of Oklahoma, I think. He's like kind of taking over right now. He's doing really well. And I will, I'm not trying to hate on anybody. He's fucking great. He really is.
Well, I don't listen, not as good as you.
Not as good as me. I don't listen to a lot.
I've never heard of him.
I don't listen to a shit ton of his music, but I do listen to some. He is good. But he started on Twitter.
Okay.
And so he kind of got posting videos on Twitter and kind of got in that aspect of like, okay, I'm going to do this or whatever. And then started writing. And now he's like playing Kane's Ballroom, playing, stuff like that. And so when I make something creative, and I don't know if that's a bad thing, a lot of times I don't say to myself, oh, I don't care if you don't like it. I made this for me, blah, 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 blah.
It's very difficult to say.
I always find myself being like, okay, I made this because I believe that this is going to be a big thing for us, or I believe this is going to put us, I'm always making something when it comes to music because I feel, well, first of all, I believe in us. Yeah. I believe in myself. I believe that we are incredibly good I'll just be honest. I'm just being honest. I believe that we are really good. And so I believe in us. And so I've been in a mindset of like, oh, I'm just making it. I'm creating because I'm a creator and I'm making. I don't care if you don't like it. But now that I'm older and I've been in a position where I was playing for $100 or $50, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I'm not trying to say I'm anybody now, but I'm in a different position than that now.
Right.
So now I will say I am making stuff because I'm like, okay, this is going to be end all. This is like end all for us. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, I believe this is going to be a big thing for us.
Right.
So I guess, and I will say, that does change because I feel like I was writing a lot more then than I was now. Because now I feel like I'm writing, I was just telling the lead guitar player for our band, Drew, one of my really, really good friends, I was just telling him yesterday that I've been in this attitude of like trying to write songs that I know people are going to like. And that's like,
Deadly.
I could
be
write,
careful with
I
that,
could
right?
write 5 of them right now.
Right.
They're just
sort
shit.
of,
They're dog shit.
yeah,
I mean, they're not good,
that
you know?
template, you know?
Because it's like, at that point, I mean, you listen to any kind of newer, well, all these big artists out right now, all these huge artists that have the songs on the radio or whatever, what are they making it for? They're making these music because it's going to make them money, and they're making something that everyone's going to like.
Because they love their
And a
big
lot of
truck,
them aren't
bro.
a lot of them aren't even writing the songs. They're not even writing them themselves, you know. And so I've been in this struggle lately, like the last month or so, of writing something that I know people are gonna like, and that's never gonna work.
It's a strange place to create from, you know.
Yeah, because I don't know what everyone likes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know what the general audience likes,
Right.
sort of, you know. And so have I written songs that are general audience kind of stuff? Yes.
Sure.
I have.
I don't know anyone that hasn't.
You know, exactly. And so I definitely have written stuff like that. But I will say that it's not a good place to be in writing because none of me is in it.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, what am I trying to sell? Myself.
Right.
And if I'm not right, if myself isn't in it, then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
totally.
You know, I mean, like I am selling a product at the end of the day, but like I'm selling myself too. Like they gotta want me too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
It makes me think of Tarantino, and it's like you go to the movies for Tarantino, and
Exactly.
and you see a movie from Tarantino, you know 100% this is from Tarantino. And if
Exactly.
he were to write, you know, a movie that's like, I don't know, mainstream movie. I can't think of any mainstream movies, but something that these big these big studios would want to sell. It's family friendly to everybody, and you know, it's got the 3-act structure, and it's got the, you know, the A-list actor and everything. Like, that ain't Tarantino.
oh, dude, don't even get me started on fucking movies nowadays.
Yeah.
Dude, I could talk about that for fucking.
Have you seen any good ones?
Any new good ones? Dude, I got a touch of hate for. I like that. Don't Look Up.
Oh, I thought it was great.
I thought
dude.
it was fucking good, dude.
I thought it was incredible. I was actually surprised at how good it was.
Really?
Yeah, I did not. I expected it to be okay.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was going to be kind of preachy because of who was in it and the context, the content around it being, you know, like kind of a metaphor for climate change.
Metaphor.
Blown away by how good it was. Blown away.
Oh, dude, I was telling my buddy the other day, when I watched it, I was telling him Leonardo Dicaprio's performance, not get me wrong, the dude's got fucking just
Sure.
roll at the roll, but that honestly was one of my favorites he's ever produced.
Good, dude.
Because to me, he never played a guy like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of a
It's
movie.
kind of like,
I mean, Catch Me If You Can was not like that.
yeah, they're
Shutter Island was not like that.
no.
Inception, he was not like that. I can go on. Blood Diamond, he wasn't like that. I can go on and on and on. He wasn't. He never played that guy.
That kind of goofy.
Antsy, shake, you know,
Anxious.
anxiety driven.
Yeah.
He's never played that. And to
Right.
me, that takes a lot because you can't just fake anxiety.
No.
Let's be honest. Leonardo DiCaprio's got no anxiety. Motherfuckers.
The greatest role I've ever seen him play, the one I'm like, I used to want to be an actor, and then I saw this movie with Leo, and I was like, there's no way I could ever do that. And it's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when he acts bad.
Yes.
How the fuck do you act bad?
Watch Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld does it.
He does.
Now, well, you never seen Seinfeld?
I mean, I have, but
I'm about to walk out straight up. First of all, that's the greatest show in the world. Let me just go ahead and get that. I just want to say that Seinfeld is the greatest show in the world. But Jerry Seinfeld in the show, the show is about nothing.
yeah.
And he went to the producers whenever he made before the show even started. Him and Larry David went to the show and said, "Hey, I want to make a show about nothing. But this is the basis of it." So they in the show Seinfeld, him and George went to in the show Seinfeld. A bunch of episodes are wrapped around them making the show about nothing. So they're in the show. They're making the show but him and George are. And in the show, you got to stay with me. In the show Seinfeld, Jerry is pitching the show.
I've seen that clip.
Seinfeld.
I've seen that
in
clip.
the show.
Yeah.
And he's acting as himself.
Okay.
But he's acting bad on the show.
Okay.
Now he's still Jerry Seinfeld in Seinfeld, but when they're making the show in the show, he's Jerry again.
He's like playing, poorly Jerry.
But exactly. And so I know what you're saying about
it's
like
unbelievable.
that acting. Which did you watch? What was that James Franco movie when the worst movie of all time, critically acclaimed?
I can see it in my head. The Room.
Was it The Room, or is that Brie Larson?
Maybe that's the scary one.
I think that's Brie Larson. I think The Room is Brie Larson.
What?
I think she got nominated for an Oscar for that.
What is that called?
Not 127 Hours. The Disaster Artist.
Okay. But that wasn't.
It's based on.
Yeah, I was thinking the original.
Yeah, what is the original?
I thought it was. I know what you're talking about.
Anyways, and so he had to act bad.
Yeah.
It's crazy that other people think about that kind of stuff because I think about that stuff too. I think trying to act bad if you're a good one.
Oh my God.
Is incredibly hard.
Oh, dude, everyone's like, "Oh, can you cry on, instantly?" Like, yeah.
Could you?
I bet you I could. You want me to cry right now?
Can you cry right now?
On the podcast?
Can you cry?
I'll start thinking about all the Bitcoin I should have bought, and.
Oh, dude,
okay.
I'm telling you right now,
I need to know this real quick. Sorry. The Disaster Artist. It'll tell me what we're.
Oh man, that was so fast.
There's the dude. That's literally the dude.
Yeah, that literally
The
is
Room. I told you.
Oh, it is The Room. Well, what's the Brie Larson movie?
That's like. Oh wait, I have no idea.
Whenever she's
the
in
locker room or the safe room.
No, you know what movie I'm talking about though. Whenever she gets kidnapped or something, she gets kidnapped and she has the kid and she tries to escape.
This girl.
Chick? She's Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Go to her.
Yeah.
Go to her IMDb page. She got nominated for an Oscar for
Safe Room or something like that. Room,
just Room. What are we gonna? We can't name it The Room. There already is one.
It's the worst movie ever.
But yeah, see, she was held captive.
Okay.
And they finally gained their freedom.
Okay.
She was actually nominated for an Oscar for it.
Really?
But don't get me started with movies, man, because I will say in the last 5 to 6 years, cinema has gone way down. Now, don't get me.
You think so?
Well, here's the thing.
You think cinema like theaters, like
theater
movies?
I did a thing for a while. Where I was watching every movie I was watching all the best now, nothing against women. I love women. But I was watching all the best actor Oscar winners from 85 to whatever. So I was watching, Denzel Training Day, stuff like that. I was watching all the best movies that the best actors won their Oscars for.
Right.
And I will say, I'm not a guy. I know some people really love those old movies.
Some of them are tough.
I'll be honest, dude.
Some are tough.
I'll be completely honest. I can't get through it. Can't get through it.
Any of them? None of them? Sometimes I watch them at twice the speed.
Sometimes I find myself, like, if you can get me sitting down watching it for a long enough time, I'm already stuck in. I can't leave a room if I'm 30 minutes into a movie. That's just me. I gotta find out.
Yeah.
So if you get me watching it long enough, I can.
Yeah.
I'm not an old guy movie. I'm not, your old Marlon Brandos. what was that one guy's name that used to be way back in the day?
Red. I know. Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As far as those guys, I'm not old movies like that. I'm like 80s to, I'm like 70s to 2010s.
Late okay.
Give me 40 years
Of that stretch.
Anything other than that. Okay, first of all, how many movies are they remaking nowadays?
Too many.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Too many.
I almost think that they don't have any ideas.
They just want, it's just a money grab.
Yeah, I guess that is
just saw
true.
Jurassic Park Dominion or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like the last Jurassic Park. It looks terrible.
Oh, wait, they're coming out with another one?
Yeah.
With Chris Pratt?
Yeah. But this time the dinosaurs are taking over the world.
And
if I make a prediction, I would predict at the end of the movie that they take over, like human society.
To make another one?
God, I hope not.
Dude.
We got to stop this.
That's what I'm saying. But
we have Fast and Furious 13 coming out or whatever. Like, what is going on?
Which I will say, I remember.
You enjoy those movies?
Oh, you do? Oh,
No. I'm joking. I said you.
Oh, yeah,
I'm insulting you.
Yeah.
You don't insult me.
I don't like Fast and Furious.
I am a cinephile.
I will say, to me, there's just a notice of difference in how bad movies have been in the last 6-7 years. I feel like,
for sure. But I think, everything's going streaming? Everything's going to the streaming network. So
yeah,
there's no more theater type.
Well, and I will say too, I feel like with me and you kind of being somewhat similar in ages, as far as that era goes, a lot of the prime actors they're out.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt,
right.
Cooper, McConaughey, DiCaprio. Ben Stiller. I like Ben Stiller. So like, there's a lot of these actors that are primes in the early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s that they're just kind of running out of their juice now.
Sure.
And so I feel like the actors that are supposed to be filling their shoes,
they're just not
not
around.
good. They're not around.
When you say Chris Pratt, because he's probably one of those actors that would fill those sorts of shoes.
But
I like Chris Pratt.
I do.
Yeah.
I think he's a one role guy.
He's kind of always
Chris Pratt, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sit here and say that everything he comes out with.
Brad Pitt's not always Brad Pitt.
No. And I will say, I said McConaughey in there, and I don't want anybody to hate on McConaughey because I feel like, failure to launch, whatever. From the Lincoln Law you're on, look at McConaughey's resume, dude.
I was watching True Detective today.
Oh, the first season?
Oh, yeah. The only season.
Dude, the only season.
Sorry.
Dude, as soon as I seen Colin Farrell make an appearance, I was like, why would you even let my phone watch this? Why would you even let me get on this?
I really had high hopes for season 3. I thought
with Vince Vaughn?
No, that's season 2.
Oh, season 2 is Vince Vaughn.
I watched the first episode. I was like, I ain't going to make it. The rest of this season.
No.
But season 3 is set in Arkansas with Mashard Holly.
Yes. I know you're talking about
Yeah, the big black, tall black guy.
But I will say, look at McConaughey's resume since Lincoln Lawyer.
McConaughey's
Mud, Killer Joe Black. He won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. Whoa.
Did we just become best friends?
What just happened?
On the AIDS movie.
Yeah.
That's my favorite movie too.
Is it your favorite of his?
No.
No, it's not.
No, dude.
What's your favorite McConaughey?
True Detective is way up there. I'm not like super versed in his movies, but I'm gonna say.
Did you see Mud? You didn't see Mud? You son of a bitch. You didn't see Mud.
Is it good?
Dude.
It's probably all right.
Mud is where he. Well, I don't want to tell you.
Go ahead, tell me. But don't you give me any spoilers.
It pulls up.
2012.
Yeah. What did I say? 2010.
Oh yeah.
Two young boys encounter a future from a pact to help them guide vigilantes on his trail and to reunite them with his true love. So Matthew McConaughey basically essentially lives on this island.
Okay.
Oh, you're looking up Jeff Nichols. Who's your favorite director?
David Fincher.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
Well, the audience doesn't know this, but both of our names are Colton, so.
Oh, that is true. Dude, that is by far
David
my
Fincher?
favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this resume.
Oh, dude.
That motherfucker is good. Gone Girl. He did Gone Girl. He did Zodiac with Jake Gyllenhaal, which is why did I not mention Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's way up
That
there.
is that dude.
Who's with Jake Gyllenhaal in Prisoners? That's
Hugh
Wolverine.
Jackman.
Yeah, he's good.
Hugh
too.
Jackman
He's good too.
and the Riddler in the new Batman.
Hugh Jackman's the Riddler.
No.
Oh.
Dano, Paul Dano, I think is his name.
Okay.
The kid that he's got in captivity, that he's holding in that old.
Oh yeah, this cat.
He's gonna be Riddler.
Oh, nice. Okay. We need to switch.
He's got a super
switch gears real
punchable
quick.
face.
He kind of looks Trumpish to me.
Yeah.
Not that that's bad, but he looks a little bit like Trump. Like maybe in 10 years, this guy will be playing a Trump in a Trump movie. Yeah, exactly. Looking forward to that. No, have you seen the Batman trailer? The new Batman trailer? Okay. Not since Inception have I seen a trailer on TV that I was like, that is going to change cinema. That's
You think?
just
Dude.
the way that it made me feel, the way they shot it, the music, everything about it is like, I think that is the next step in the cinema evolution. I don't know exactly how to verbalize it.
Is it because our names are occulted? Because, dude, I literally the other day I was telling one of my roommates, I was literally saying, dude, this is gonna be like
Something about it. There's just something about that trailer. Like, this is not just another superhero movie. I don't know what is going on.
And I know I could get shot, I could get hung from the stake from this, but you think that it could beat Dark Knight with Heath?
Yeah, I think it's.
You think it could?
It's not in the same league. It's two different movies.
Yeah, because
Two different universes. It's two different vibes.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight's got its own thing. Love it. It sets alone over here. That's why I think this one's like, what is this? It doesn't feel like a Avengers. It doesn't feel like a Dark Knight. It feels like, I don't even know, some sort of weird comic book movie.
Some of the stuff I've seen, or the trailers I've seen, the ones that the only trailers they have, it almost looks like Batman's a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's beating the shit out of those guys in those previews, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, but it's cool because it's like it's almost shown through the observation of the Riddler.
Yeah.
Because it's like he's going mad.
Yes.
And like we're getting so backwards in this Batman world that like now Batman's a bad guy. Like that's what the Riddler would do to you. He'd fuck with your reality, just like Doctor Strange does. Terrifies me. When Doctor Strange starts doing the whole interdimensional stuff, that to me is like my number one nightmare. What if you just started getting sucked into these other worlds? And it's like, what do you do? Like, what if this room just started to disintegrate?
If there was one,
am I the only one? Or Velociraptors come through that door?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. Those are my two.
Call Chris Pratt. He's done 6 movies. I mean, he knows how to fucking take care of them.
It's either
if you could be one superhero in the superhero verse of any superhero movie we've seen, who would you be? Not
Strange.
Oh, really?
Well, dude, are you up to on Marvel and everything?
Yeah, I've seen them all.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Super powerful.
Benedict Cumberbatch or Doctor Strange? No, I'm just
I wish I had Benedict Cumberbatch's.
Jesus Christ.
Is this Bud Light Platinum?
Yeah.
I wish I had his voice, dude. He's got like the best voice ever. Like he did the
I don't
voice
know
for
about that,
Smaug.
dude.
For Smaug.
But I don't even like saying.
He's got that deep, you know.
What
like,
I'm about to say is going to make me sound like I just want this dude's balls, but Matthew McConaughey's got the best voice, man.
He does. I didn't say that
he's got the best.
That Benedict didn't have like the best voice. I just really like that deep. Like I just love what he can do with it, dude.
Yeah, no, that is true.
But now Matthew's got the best like vibe.
Dude,
I just
would he not
stay
be the coolest guy to
age, and they keep coming in.
Dude, his Instagram,
I keep getting
man,
older. They stay the same.
His
age.
Instagram is, and it's funny too because a lot of people all the time they say, "Oh my gosh," you know, especially from up here, from being from Texas, like everyone's always, "Man, you sound just like Matthew McConaughey," and I'm like, it's just because we're both from Texas. It has nothing to do with Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
Matthew McConaughey is one of the best looking dudes in the world. Maybe I do want his balls. I don't know. I'm sort of leaning in that direction because I keep talking about, but dude, that dude is like, I don't feel like there's a lot of people, honestly, more cooler in the world than Matthew.
He seems pretty fucking.
Have you seen that video with him and Snoop Dogg? They're in the carpool karaoke and they're like, on the road again.
No,
you haven't seen that?
No, he is super cool. Did you read his book? Didn't he put out
The Green Lights?
The Green Lights.
No,
yes.
I didn't read it.
Dude, okay, so he did 2 interviews, not with Rogan. He did one with Tim Ferriss. He might have done one with Sam Harris.
I seen the Rogan one, but I didn't see the...
Was he on Rogan? Maybe
he was on Rogan.
the Tim Ferriss one, the Tim Ferriss podcast with Matthew McConaughey, I thought it was one of the better podcasts with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
He talked about the green lights. It was really good, dude.
Have you read it?
I haven't, but Tim Ferriss is a really good interviewer. Matthew McConaughey, motivational speech.
You just type in Snoop Dogg.
And
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. This one?
No, it's this one right here. Dude, you haven't seen this? Dude, this shit is so funny. Especially because Snoop Dogg is singing it.
Hey, speaking of Joe Rogan's Snoop Dogg episode was pretty good.
Who else you want to hang out with more?
You.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh my God. Dude, Snoop Dogg. What do they do? Carpool karaoke? What do? They just drive around and sing?
They just drive around the city. But there's a video of them doing.
Can you fucking imagine working at Hardee's and these people in?
Which, honestly, dude, can you name me a more random duo?
Well, him and the chick were pretty random. Snoop Dogg and
Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart.
No, because they're both blowing down.
They're both what?
They're both blowing down.
Blowing down?
Smoke it, dude.
Oh, okay.
You don't smoke weed.
No, I don't. No. Never.
Well, then y'all.
Gross.
Yeah. I don't smoke marijuana, dude. They blowing down. That's.
I've never heard that phrase before. I've always heard token up or I was going to say sucking the reefer's dick.
You know, I heard.
You've heard that phrase, right?
Never heard that. You know, I heard.
It's a Kansas thing.
You know what gas is? Like when someone's like, "Oh, I got the gas."
Like I got good weed.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I usually
not,
it's fire.
Not like, "Oh, I got the good gas put in your car. This
Like
will get you the best gas."
I got
mileage.
highly unleaded gas.
Yeah. Dude, this
Pure
stuff's
octane.
gonna make your car.
But usually I hear fire. I got the fire.
At the fire.
Yeah. Or have you ever heard this shit's loud?
Oh
Like
yeah.
for weed? Like
dude, it's
this
funny
shit's
too because
loud.
now that I don't smoke anymore and not as much. Dabble in it, very little anymore.
Yeah,
but
you're high as hell. I can see it.
No, yeah, I swear I'm not.
No,
but I remember being, younger. Like I'm 27 now. I'm not even old, but I remember I started smoking weed probably when I was 19, whatever. And
Your prefrontal cortex isn't even finished developing.
kind of being, whenever you're 19, 20, 21, you're smoking. Geez, dude, you're smoking all day.
Yeah.
Every day I'm waking up, I'm rolling blunts. I never smoke a blunt now. It's joints only. But I remember being 19 and smoking. Man, I thought that was all whatever. And I'm like, I'm getting here now. And I remember whenever I decided, all right, look, maybe take a break for a while, because I remember one time I was with a buddy. He was like, hey, we're gonna go to my buddy's house. We're gonna smoke. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go. And I got over there, and it was two 18-year-olds. I was 26. I was just like, see?
Yeah.
So now I kind of associate weed with just young punk kids.
I mean, it's got that
Something popped up
about
on that
it.
camera too.
What's up?
Something popped up on that camera. Is the battery going out? Is it battery?
Oh shit, you're right, dude. It's not plugged in. One moment. Dude, good call. Usually they plug in and they have infinite battery. Okay, that's good. Great call. Where's this one plugged? There's like
If stuff like this doesn't happen in a podcast, it's not a real podcast.
It's like-
It's got to be real.
I told her. No, there's like
Well, do it live.
there's like 2 other podcasts in this place actually.
But you know what I'm saying, though? I
Yeah.
started associating weed with.
Well, I was gonna say that my last guest, John Buck, just turned 40, and he's literally opening a dispensary. I think I could say that dispensary right across from downstream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What
so,
do you
I
mean?
mean-
That's. I feel like you can, because they're popping up everywhere, anyways.
Well, I mean,
I'm-
but you're associating it with immaturity and like
Yeah.
young folk, and there's definitely that. Like,
and that's the problem. Is like, that's the problem with. I feel like, and it's so weird because, and I'm in this mind where I'm thinking, where it's so weird whenever you're younger, you don't see the mindset of like, now that I'm 27, it's like cringe to look back and be like, I used to I'd show up to, I don't fucking know, if I had to go pick up, damn it, what's an errand? What's like a regular errand that I gotta do?
Go to the post office.
Go to the post office. I'm sitting in my truck hotboxing a blunt.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cringe to think about.
Yeah.
I used to act like that because now it's
degenerate.
you know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
You get what I'm saying though. It's like, now I look back at that, I'm like, that's so disrespectful. Sort of. Not disrespectful, but it's like, to me, if you're going to, now I guess like you say, I'm in a mindset of, hey, do whatever you want. But I do feel like there are times and places to do it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's where I kind of got in this mindset of like, if you want to smoke weed in your home or do whatever in your home, that's totally fine. But like, I just look back and I'm like, man, I can't believe that's so cringe to think about.
Yeah.
My eyes are bloodshot red and I smell like straight
Reefer,
you know, and I'm going into a place of public, you know, and it's like,
I get that. And it makes me think of my college days.
Yeah.
Of like drinking, where we would just drink and drink until we blacked out. And I think it's just a learning thing. I think it's just no one taught me how to drink, you know?
Yeah.
My lesson of drinking was don't drink.
And I hate to say that kind of stuff that I say because I hate to be the guy that thinks that I'm like talking down on people that do that kind of stuff because I don't ever want to do that. Everything I say is more for me. That's just how I feel about myself.
Right.
Like I said, I mean, getting out of the car, my eyes are bloodshot red. I smell like weed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just like, that's not, I guess, the image that I would put off now. Not, do I give a fuck if people do it? Fuck no, dude. Right. I don't give a shit. I think everything I say opinion-wise is more like, okay, I'm doing this just because of me. Yeah. Not because I'm like, oh, if you do that, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, but you are. No. I mean, I know what you're saying. It's just one of those things where you personally have to have the pulse on the thing that you're doing. Yeah. And you got to make your decision, man. Some people can't drink booze. Yeah. I can drink it and be fine. I can have 1, 2. Sometimes, you know, we all go overboard. But overall, if I gave it up tomorrow, I could give it up tomorrow. Yeah. But some people can't. And you just have to know that the relationship that you have with the thing. Yeah. And so, like, for me, weed's like an every 2-week thing. Yeah. I mean, that's the most beneficial way I can use.
Are you doing edibles?
I mostly do edibles.
Okay, see, I feel like when people get older, they start doing edibles. I
never
hate
smoked. Like, when I started smoking, was my first time ever was 19 years old, and I did it out of a bubbler, and I did it because I wanted the experience. So if I ever had to act high, I would know how to do it. I wasn't a big. I hated it. I was way against it, dude. Yeah. I remember stealing my buddy's weed and flushing it down the toilet because I didn't want to make him dumb. I thought I'd make him dumb.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and now here I am.
Yeah, it's funny you say flushing down the toilet. I got a little funny story. I remember one time when I was like,
sorry, Devin.
I was like, I remember I was like, damn. I was probably like 21, 22, somewhere around that area. And I had a house in Texas, my hometown, with some buddies of mine.
An outhouse?
Huh?
An outhouse?
No, just a house.
Oh, I thought you said outhouse. I was like,
no.
What are you doing in Texas, man? Yeah. We have plumbing.
Yeah. No, I had a house with my buddies down in Texas, and it was me and 2 other buddies, and we were all smoking a bunch in the house, you know, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was just smoke, you know. In my house, or that house that we had then was just, I feel like everybody goes through a phase in their life where they have that house where it's like, oh, where'd you hang out when you were 21, right. 22? Oh, I hung out here. Yeah. My house was that. It just happened to be that. Sure. Me and my buddy's house was just that. Mm-hmm. The door was always unlocked. Go to work. It was never, I'd come home and there'd be nobody home, but I'd walk in the living room and there'd be 5, 6 people. You know, it's just kind of house. Yeah. Anyways, not trying to trace a rabbit hole like you two, but so I remember one time.
That's what a podcast's all about.
Basically, this story is leading into the flushing of the toilet. I'm going to make a full circle, I promise. So anyway, like I said, we all smoked weed in there a bunch. And so one night I remember there was a bunch of us in there and we were smoking and we had bought, we bought like 10, 12 grams, you know, nothing big, nothing slight, you know, but nothing big. 5 or 6 of us in my room, we're smoking, rolling up. ASMR. Or ASMR.
Yeah, right.
We're rolling blunts, you know, and we started smoking. We were rolling them and then starting to light them, you know. Mm-hmm. And I think we had like 2 or 3 in rotation at the time. knock at the door. And my room at the time, so I had my bed. If you walked in the door, if you walked straight in, you took a right, my bed was right here, and there was a window right beside my bed. Okay, so when we heard that, I like looked out the window and I could see the lights.
Oh.
Now we had there were certain situations where we thought we were already, because like, I mean, we were partying there every day. We were drinking. There was beer cans everywhere. I had passed out in the yard. I mean, they knew it was a party. Had people around us. So I thought, okay, here it is.
This is in Texas.
This is in Texas.
What,
So
where at?
Sulphur Springs.
Summer Springs.
Sulphur Springs. Sulphur Springs. My hometown. Sulphur Springs.
Sulphur Springs.
Sulphur Springs.
Never heard of it.
So,
sounds like a good place.
so we'd already kind of had the assumption that, we're getting, like at some point people are going to call in on us.
Right.
I remember one time, dude, so my road, there was a Dollar General at the end of my road, Locust Street. We had a party one time that there was cars literally parked all the way down the road and people were parking in Dollar General parking lot,
to your house.
walking to the party.
Oh, no.
So we had already known that something's going to happen,
Right.
Eyes
on me.
Eyes on me, knocked on the door, and I was like, oh, fuck, cops, boom. So we got like I said, 10, 12, 13 grams, in my room, and we had been smoking in the house already. And so I remember we were freaking out. And so if you walked out of my room, there was like a hallway you could take immediately to the right.
Dude, Texas is not nice.
Dude,
Especially
it's the
back in the
worst.
day,
It's the
dude.
worst. Yeah. This was like 5, 6. It's like 5, 6 years ago.
It's better now, but still
way
not
better now.
good.
And so if you take a right out of my bedroom, you can get into this hallway. So everyone, me, my buddy Heston Humphrey, and Cade Hudgens, because that's who lived there. We were in the house and we were like, everybody else is not to live here, get out. So everyone left and we're like, hey, what are we going to do? So I was like, put everything we have in my hand. I'm going to go to the bathroom, because if you walked out of my room and took a left immediately, you were in the bathroom.
Right.
But and so they couldn't see us from the door because there was a side door. And so I was like, get everything we have, put it in my hand, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. And we tried to come up with like a safe word on what we were going to say, and then I'll know to flush it.
Right.
Okay?
If you have to.
If we have to.
Right.
So my buddy's like, okay, perfect. Boom.
Hippopotamus.
Yes. The cops are coming in.
Hippopotamus.
Something super obvious.
Yeah,
Flush
right.
the weed. But you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
so I was like, give me everything we got.
Yeah.
So I remember putting it in my hand, and I was like,
Dear
said,
baby
okay.
Jesus.
So I went to the bathroom, shut the door, and I was like, they're stupid. I was like, I'm flushing this.
Oh, really? I mean,
in the back
that
of
might have been me.
in the back of my mind, I knew. I was like, I don't care what happens. I'm flushing this no matter what.
Right.
So I put it in the toilet, flush, and I remember I had my ear up to the door, and I was like, I'm listening and whatever, and I'm like, kind of listening whatever, and it was they were wondering if our house was the house that was popping fireworks on the street. And we were like, no, and they were like, okay, all right, just making sure.
Not that it doesn't smell like straight reefer.
Gas.
Yeah, right.
But and no, they were like, no, like we were just making sure you guys weren't popping fireworks on the street, and we were like, no, they were like, no, we weren't. They were like, okay, have a good night. Left, boom, and dude, when I say, my heart sank to the bottom, because that's money at that point,
man.
really. If you think about it, like that's
20
like
years old.
20 years old. I think it was like 10 a gram then, which I think it may be, I don't know the prices anymore, but 10 a gram, and I remember side note to the story, I remember when weed was like 20 a gram. You were getting like, hey, I got 10, you got 10, all right, we're getting a gram. And now it's like, 10 a gram. But this, so that's money at that point. So I remember being like, oh, dude, we're fucked. Like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So, dude, I just remember I could hear him
And you're just like
walking back to the end of that hallway, and I was like, hey, I flushed it.
Right.
Dude, they lit off on me. But I was just like,
Bro. The alternative
of it is
way too drastic.
way too drastic.
Yeah.
Way too drastic.
Yeah.
And let's just, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not a guy I don't want to go to jail.
Hell no.
Fuck that,
No,
dude.
I don't either.
I can tell you right now, dude, I'm not good in jail. I'm not one of those guys you look at and think, oh, he's good in jail.
No.
Fuck no.
No, dude.
You can hold your own.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe roll some jujitsu or something. I
Well-
would prefer not to be in jail.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like situations that could come up in jail, you could probably handle way better than I could.
I mean, physically, but I mean, there's two people. I'm screwed. I get tapped out by 150-pound dudes over here, just right there.
Oh, really? That's where you do the? Oh, you do
jiu-jitsu's right there.
Yeah, right there.
It's like two buildings down.
Yeah.
So I mean, physically, okay, maybe if I just go berserk mode.
Yeah.
But emotionally, I won't be able to make it, bro.
Would you do 5 years in jail? No. Take that back. 'Cause 5 years is like, whoa. Would you do a year in jail for $1 million?
Which jail?
It's gonna be a prison.
What happened? I mean, okay.
No, you didn't do anything.
I know. All right. Of course I didn't. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, $1 million.
$1 million. That's your number. That's
good, dude.
Would you go any lower than $1 million, or would it have to be $1 million?
It had to be $1 million. It had to be substantial to where, like, I'd have to tell my wife. Like,
It's got to have
hey,
the
I'll see
alien
you
on
later.
it. It's got to have the.
Oh yeah,
have
it's
that
got that
Zen. No Zen.
No. It's got to be mil.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
You sure?
I guess. Go ahead.
$1 billion.
Uh-huh.
You suck a dick.
So funny you say that because we've had this conversation on this podcast before.
I was about to say me and you because I've asked this question.
You got $1 billion?
Huh?
Are you have the billion?
Yeah. Whoa, dude. I don't think you. You're looking at me like you don't care if I have $1 billion.
Listen, we've only had like 3 beers.
Yeah.
And this $1 billion.
I've asked 1,000 people that question.
Yeah.
It's curious too because here's the answers I love the most. I love the answers of this is the exact answer I love the most. You asking me the question.
Hey Reid, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just hypothetically.
Yeah.
Like, would you for $1 billion, like $1 billion,
Yeah.
would you suck a dick?
Dude, are you kidding me, dude? Not even a chance, bro. Dude, I don't do that, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not gay, dude. Are you kidding me, dude?
100, comma 00, comma 000, comma 0.
No, dude, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not gay, dude. Are you kidding me? I love
$1 billion.
I love the overly macho answers of saying no. Because here's the thing. Those are my favorite
Gets you
answers.
hard.
No. Those are my favorite answers because I'm like, dude, you're not comfortable with your masculinity, man. If you're sitting here telling me you wouldn't suck a dick for $1 billion. $1 billion.
It really depends on whose dick it is. Is this Ron Jeremy's dick?
It's gonna be a billionaire's dick, a billionaire's dick, dude. So I mean, you gotta have $1 billion to do it anyways.
Well, maybe it's a horse. What is it? Maybe it's a different species. Was this a horse? An elephant?
No. It's human.
Speaking of elephant dicks, did you ever used to watch?
No, I can promise.
Boys?
I can promise you whatever you ask, I'm gonna say no.
You haven't? Did you used to watch Jackass?
Oh, no.
You used to watch Wild Boys.
I mean, I've seen Jackass, but I haven't seen Wild
So
Boys.
when Jackass came out back in the day, talk about like our age's like culture. And Jackass came out, they had a couple of spin-offs. I can't remember the other spin-off. One of them was Wild Boys, right? Mm-hmm. Chris Pontius and Steve-O.
Okay.
Bam Margera. Viva La Bam was the other one.
Yeah.
So like Bam went off and had Viva La Bam. There was Jackass where they all started, and then Chris Pontius and Steve-O went off to do Wild Boys.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like him and Manny and those guys. It was Jackass with animals, pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
It's exclusively, but there was one called the Salami Slap. Have you seen that one?
Oh gosh, dude! But I can just
There's
just
literally
saying
a
Salami
giant
Slap.
fucking elephant cock.
Yeah.
And he just pushes it back, and then I can't remember. Probably Chris has his face right here, and the Salami Slap just goes boom right in his face.
No, I will say, it's human.
That's in my head. That's in my fucking head.
It's a human. It's a man. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we definitely chased the rabbit on that one. But I do love the answers of the overly macho masculinity. I'm a type A male answers because they're like, no, I wouldn't. Dude, come on. $1 billion, dude.
Does he have to come?
I mean, the dude's giving you $1 billion. It's the least you could do for him. It's the least you could do.
Jesus Christ. I can neither confirm nor deny what I would do in that situation.
100% would.
Well, I mean,
there's not a doubt in my mind.
I need to see the money.
There's not a doubt in my mind. Dude, come on. $1 billion. Dude, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
I don't care if everyone thinks I'm gay. I got a girlfriend, I promise.
No, I don't think you're gay.
I got a girlfriend, I
I think
swear.
you're desperate for $1 billion.
I got a girlfriend, I swear.
Emily.
Emily. I'll do it for lower than that.
Jesus.
Dude, you wouldn't do it for $1 million?
No, I wouldn't do it for
Get the fuck
Dude,
out.
I got $1 million in crypto.
Dude.
It's like I don't need $1 million.
Hey, thanks for having me on the podcast. I'm gonna get out of here.
What, bro?
Dude, $1 million.
We have the same favorite director. You can't
Dude.
live in the same day.
$1 million.
I ain't sucking no dick for $1 million.
Dude, $1 million. Million. Come on, please. Please stop. Stop.
Well, I don't need it.
Million.
I mean, I do, but
Dude, $1 million.
no. Fuck it. You can get $1 million, dude. You will make $1 million. But
Dude.
it won't be from sucking dick. It'll be from
I'm
playing.
like, dude,
It'll be
you
playing.
they say like, dude, you're gonna make $1 million tonight, bro. I'm getting $1 million.
When we wrap this up. No, dude, you're gonna make it in the right way. Writing music and touring and T-shirts from your concerts, and that's how you're gonna make your $1 million. You ain't gonna suck no dick.
Dude, $1 million. Come on,
I'm
man.
not sucking dick for $1 million.
Dude, you don't have to be
Listen,
overly macho. It's fine to say you
what
would.
can I buy with $1 million?
Dude, what can you get started with $1 million?
I barely buy a house nowadays. Now $1 billion.
No.
$1 billion.
$1 million.
I know. $1
$1
billion.
million, you could buy a lot of land.
You could buy a couple hundred acres.
Okay.
I got it.
But here's the thing. Oh, whoa, dude. He's like, shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no. But like, what can you get going with $1 million?
not the traumatic memories out of my fucking head from sucking a dick,
Shit, dude. $1 million. $1 million, dude.
There's toothbrush. I can't get in my fucking head to get those memories out.
Dude, it gets done every day, whether it's by you or someone else. It's not like, it's not like, oh, hey, you should try to eat my shit. No, it's not like something that's just like, whoa, but it's
Yeah.
like, it's a natural thing.
I guess. I ain't doing it. That's all you, bro. I'm
How about we even talk
I'm
about
gonna
something?
donate plasma or something. Like, I'm good.
I'm not saying he's got to finish in your mouth.
Unless that there's a bonus. Like $50
I don't know,
bonus.
man. I just, dude.
Pay the taxes.
It's hard to think $1 million. It's just, I think a lot of people's answers change if the money was actually in front of them.
Probably. And it wasn't hypothetical.
It wasn't hypothetical.
This wasn't going to live on the internet for all time.
Exactly. And it wouldn't be filmed.
This is.
Oh, this is, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, if the money is actually present, I think that changes a lot of people's answers.
Maybe.
I had this one guy answer the question, and because I ask it to everybody. That's just like a question I ask. $1 billion,
That's
suck
like
a dick.
okay.
I mean, it's just like it's a fun question,
Okay.
Which I love. Would you rather's anyways.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I remember asking this one guy one time, and he's kind of an older guy. You could kind of think would kind of be, like you're kind of
No, those are the gayest ones. The ones that have been married for like 30 years.
Yeah.
No, this is the gayest
anyways,
ones, dude.
So I asked him. I was like, "Would you suck a dick for $1 billion?"
Yeah.
And some people around the conversation had said no. They're like, "No, we wouldn't do that," or "I wouldn't do that."
No, sir.
And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He was like, "Who do you know in Montana?" And they were like, "No." They were like, "No, that's not the question. Like, did you hear what he asked?" And he was like, "Yeah, who do you know in Montana?" He was like, everyone was like, "Nobody."
Yeah.
He was like, "Exactly."
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking knows I sucked a dick for $1 billion,
You do.
Huh?
You do.
Who cares?
I do.
I don't give a fuck. I think the money would outplay that, though, man.
I mean, okay, so a funny question, an interesting question, but now we're getting on the edge of philosophical discussion,
Okay.
and that's like, do the actions? How do you say that? Do the ends represent? Do the ends justify the means?
Oh yeah.
The ends
Well, let me be. I want to make something perfectly clear here.
Because this
I don't even know what
money
that-
thing could apply to anything.
Sometimes I don't even really know what that means. I'm just being completely honest. I'm an honest guy.
For instance, if we, oh man, that's interesting. Thought I was singing. I think it's a kid. if we were to do something really horrendous, but the outcome was like really good, like.
Oh, okay. No. Now ask your question.
I just meant to say that what you're implying here, as far as the desire for money, like what you're saying is, I would sell out. I would go against who I am. I would give up my values, my morals, whatever, for this price, for a financial gain.
But that financial gain helps me with what I'm trying to do. Because like I wouldn't get the money and not like I would get the money and
I feel like you would be so good at, like, you would be the guy in the van that talks the college girls into filming with the guys in the van.
Oh, that wouldn't be me.
You're so good at it right now. You're trying to sell me on it. You're like, listen,
dude,
this money, you can pay off your dentistry school.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing though. I'm the kind of guy that if I got that kind of money, I'm still trying to do what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So I always look at.
No, you're going to suck more dicks. Because you want more money.
I want more dicks.
You want
I'm always the kind of guy that looks at it like, if there's a situation that comes up that can help me pursue what I'm trying to do, that's going to get me there in a faster way, well, I mean, yeah, because here's the thing. If I did it for $1 million, it's funny to me in my mind, we're talking about sucking dick.
Oh, is that what?
Let me get past sucking dick. If someone came up to me for $1 million or whatever, and I had to, as long as it wasn't something that was like, killing, illegal or whatever, but because I would use that $1 million and I'm buying the best studio in America's.
Right.
I'm buying a week in there.
But see, here's the question. The real question, like sucking dick or whatever, the real question that gets boiled down to is, would you go against your values, your morals, your ethics in order to get ahead?
I got one life.
That's it.
I got one life. I got one time to do it. And, as cliche as it is, I don't know if I'm living, I don't know how long I'm living.
Yeah.
So if I knew I was going to be 100 years old and I was living to be 100, I wouldn't do it. Because I got my whole,
Yeah, you have to think about it for 100 years.
But like, I'm sitting here thinking like you said earlier, I got one life. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if someone comes up to me with an opportunity that I can get to what I'm trying to do faster, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, that's what, because that's the thing is, I believe that opportunities present themselves for a purpose or for a reason. Sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. I'm not saying every single thing. It's like, oh my gosh, I got an opportunity to go to Target today. That's maybe not going to be something that's like, oh, whatever. Right. But opportunities that arise in something that you are doing and believe in and investing your life into, they come around for a reason. And so if some kind of situation came up where a guy was like, hey, I'm giving you $1 million, but you got to wear this shirt every day or whatever, or just some kind of situation. I mean, yeah, I think I'm the kind of guy that would take it because I know for a fact that I wouldn't take it and I'm taking it and using it I'm still trying to do music, like I'm just getting there faster.
I mean, just sucking dick is just such a drastic thing, like wearing a t-shirt every day that says I suck dick.
I guess
I would wear that shirt to suck a dick. Whole nother ball game.
I mean, I thought we were past the sucking dick part.
No, I'm still on it. I can't get over it.
Well, get your mind out of the gutter, dude.
$1 million. I mean, Kelsey can get it on. What do I do? No. So my next question would be like, where are you at spiritually? Like, where do you see? What do you believe there? Because in those moments,
it's such a tough subject.
I almost feel like those are like tests for you. So they're saying like, oh, you really want to do this? Like, you really want to make movies? Like, what if I presented you, like, this actually just happened to me the other day. I proclaim to myself and say, I've rededicated my life and my pursuit to writing and making movies, and I'm going to jettison all this shit, and I'm going to focus on this. And I meet the chief officer of cybersecurity of Walmart. Yeah. And, like, doesn't offer me a gig, but I kind of tell him, like, oh, I really like computers. He's like, oh, I'll take your resume. That's a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
And that's a secure career.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like a test. It's like a test from the universe to be like, see how bad he wants it. Give him this piece of gold. Yeah. Does he sell out, or does he really want to suffer and like pursue and make movies?
But why do you think you're selling out at that point?
Because you would be. You would redirect so much of your energy and your time and your pursuit that you would probably never be able to do exactly what you want to do. You would not be able to remain true to yourself. You would have because you'd have to shift. You would have to be doing computer stuff. You'd have to learn. You'd have to be in meetings. No problem. That's no problem. That's just what it's going to cost. There's going to be a cost and there's going to be a sacrifice. It's got to come from somewhere. Like we said, we got one life.
Yep.
So where's it coming from? It's coming from your music making.
Yeah.
It's coming from your shows.
Yeah.
Which is fine. You just got to make that decision.
Yeah.
But that's how I see it as see how committed this guy is. Give him the opportunity.
I mean, yeah,
I could be looking at this all wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think that, like I said, I mean, I really feel like with not knowing certainties.
That's an interesting point for sure.
Not knowing certainties. That's a hard word to say.
Certainties?
Not knowing certainties.
Yeah.
And getting a certainty.
Yeah. I mean,
that's tough.
That's
man.
a good point.
That's tough.
That's a good point. Because it's like
put that on a motherfucking t-shirt, dude. I just came up with that on the spot, bro.
What would you put on a t-shirt?
In a life full of uncertainties, take certainties. Dude, are you kidding?
I'm making that t-shirt.
Dude.
And I'm going to sell it on the podcast.
I literally just came up with that. Boom. Just like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a good point.
Am I better than everyone?
Probably need to think about it because I feel like there's got to be some pitfalls around that. There's always pitfalls around every idea.
We're going to take a little shot or what?
Yeah.
I keep looking at that Jim Beam.
Oh, yeah. Do you want
It's not sponsored by Jim Beam. And we're not sponsored by Bud Light
check
either.
that out. That cool shit.
That is pretty badass.
Yeah. This guy named Ben Schott.
The Frito chip that's in it's not.
Bro, I was saving that.
Was that the salt for it?
I have no idea what it was, dude. The guy that does it's his company's name is Ben Schott. It's a father-son company. They do like...
That's not a shot. That's a drink.
Well, we're only an hour and a half in. We still got an hour and a half to go, bro.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude.
They do like bullets. They put bullets in. They do golf balls. They do arrowheads. They do all kinds of stuff like in beer mugs and rocks glasses. Really cool company, dude. Really, really cool. It's my favorite rocks glass. I got that from Mr. Colin Crossland.
Dude, Colin Crossland.
Cheers.
I love names that are like if your name well, like, you know, his name is Colin Crossland is CC.
That's called an alliteration.
Damn, you're smart. I didn't know that.
Alliteration, yeah.
Whenever the first letter is the
same sound, I guess.
Love that.
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing. I literally was talking.
Bruce Banner, like all the superheroes got it.
I was talking about. I was talking to that with my girlfriend the other day about having names that are like, because we both agree that having names that match like that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They're just so to me it sounds really good when you're saying it. I didn't mean to get off on names. But
well, no, there for sure is power in a name.
There's power in the blood
of Jesus. No, there is imagine. So your name is Reid.
R-E-I-D, yeah.
Wait. Okay, first off, you're Colton. Your name's Colton.
Yeah, my name's Colton. My first name is Colton.
So when did this transformation occur?
Ever since the day I was born. You know, my original name, my mom wanted to name me Christopher Blade.
Where did the Blade come from? Middle name?
Yeah, Christopher Blade, and I would go by Blade. My dad wanted to name me David Allen Burns III, and everyone called me
David Allen Burns sounds like the greatest country musician ever, dude. If you were like David Allen Burns, I'd be like, yeehaw. Yeah. Doesn't that sound like a country music?
Well, there is David Allen Coe.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah,
David Burns is better.
Yeah, my dad wanted to name me David Allen Burns III, and everyone called me Trey.
Okay.
Because the third, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so I had a cousin that had passed away, I guess, whenever I was born, and his name was Colton. And so that day, they named me Colton for that. Okay. And then Reid, my mom just came up with, but I've been called Reid my entire life.
So officially it's Colton, but they just, it's Reid, like,
I mean, I have never been called Colton once.
I feel like you're much more of a Reid than a Colton.
Well, now.
Just like Scott Sagbabbitt.
Yeah, but that's. Do I look like a Scott too?
No, don't you? You live with Scott.
Oh, that. Oh. I was like,
Pam-
dude, don't disrespect me.
That's Pamu's name, bro.
Sorry, Pamu. I'm not saying Scott's a bad name. I'm just saying
Yeah, but I look at Pamu and I'm like, your name's not Scott.
it's not Scott. Yeah.
Your name's Pamu.
Which is funny for people that don't know Pamu,
Right.
because if they really knew him, then they would be like, then they would know he's not a Scott.
Right.
You know, he's
Oh,
definitely
right.
Pamu. You know,
Yeah,
which is funny to hear everyone Pamu.
Oh my God, it's the funniest thing
It's
ever.
which
dude.
I don't even really. I call him Pamu.
Pamu.
You like Pamu?
No, I call him Pamu. Pamu.
I call him Pamu. Pamu.
Yeah, Pamu.
What is he like? I think he likes
Daddy.
Pamu.
He likes daddy. Is what he likes.
He does like that.
Pamu?
I think he likes Pamu.
I think I'll tell you what he likes, dude. He likes the confusion that name causes.
Well,
he takes such
hey,
delight.
don't talk about him too much. 'Cause he doesn't like to be perceived.
Oh yeah, he likes to be reclused inside of his buildings. Fucking mad scientist.
Dude, to get him
Building
out,
his electronics and his
to get
cars.
him out of the building is.
I've never.
Me and him.
Wait a minute.
Me and him went to Blackthorn one time.
I've never seen him outside the building.
Me
He came to my house. He's come to my house. He's come to my house. Several
me
times.
and him went to Blackthorn. That that bar in Joplin. We went to
What's your favorite bar?
favorite bar in Joplin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not in Joplin. It's in Webb City.
No. Okay, well that's
Webb,
close.
it's
enough.
called the Longhorn.
Okay, never been.
We play there.
Colby's probably been there.
The band I play in, we play there every Monday, and it's not like we do a bunch of gigs at other. Longhorn's one of those places that it's a family bar. So every time you go in there, I get Terry, Rosie, Dennis, Sissy, Mickey, Bob, Johnny, Deb, Dale, Cindy. Like it's the same people in there every time you go in there.
Were those
And-
real people?
Real people, yeah.
That you
go,
just named?
That go to the bar.
You just named real people?
Yeah, real people.
You're good with names.
Well, because I'm telling you, if you ever to Longhorn, you understand. Longhorn is one of those places that, like, whenever you come in, Mickey, the owner, he sits right when you walk in. You look at the left, the first bar stool around the thing. That's where Mickey sits every time you go in there.
Yeah.
Every time you go in there, he will be sitting right there. He will be nowhere else. He's the owner, older guy. He's done incredible feats for me in the last couple months. He has done. I
Shout out Mickey.
can't even explain stuff that he's done for me in the last couple of months, but he's the owner of the bar. So it's one of those bars that everybody's going to be in the same spot every time you go in there. It's the same people. It's the same 20, 25 people every single day.
Interesting.
We play there every Monday.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Do you
not
really? Every Monday?
every Monday. It's not. It's not the highest paying gig we do. It's not. I mean, we make money there, but we don't. But we don't do Longhorn for that. We do Longhorn because, like,
It's Longhorn.
if you ever went to Longhorn,
And you're from Texas.
you would say it's the best bar. You'd say it's the best bar. Longhorn is by far the best bar I've probably ever been to in my entire life.
Wow.
And I get people tell me all the time, "Oh, your aesthetic is a dive bar guy." I love dive bars. I do. I love them. I love going in random, hole in the wall, and drinking a beer too in the most random places. Longhorn is the best bar I've been to in my entire life.
Wow.
By far. By far.
Well, I'll be there next Monday.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You
Yeah.
won't show up. No, you
Yeah,
won't show
well,
up. No,
it's
you won't.
on the podcast.
I guarantee you
It's
won't
on
show
the
up.
podcast.
I guarantee if I come back on this podcast again, I will tell the
No.
people that you will not be coming to Longhorn Monday.
I don't know. When I'm there, I'm going to take a little Instagram video. I'm going to go live and be like, look, I'm here and here's Colton.
You're not going to Longhorn.
If you play every Monday,
You're not going to Longhorn.
why not? You're not playing this Monday, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Well, then why wouldn't I go?
You wouldn't do it.
Why not?
Dude, you're giving false promises.
Why?
You're not going.
I have nothing going on Monday. Why wouldn't I go?
Because
I tell my wife, she'd be all about it.
you know those people. Well, okay, let me tell you this.
Okay.
It's a smoke-in bar.
I'm out. I don't even know what that means. I'm out. Sounds bad for my health.
It's a you can smoke cigarettes in there.
Okay. What's wrong? What you think that's going to push me away?
Is it?
Do you not want me to come? Reid, if you don't want me to come, just say that. Just say it.
Well, I want you to come.
Just say for $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to come. I'm just saying, I know how people all the time are like, "Oh no, I'll be there." Are you a guy that says when you're going to be there, you're
Well,
there?
Listen, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that I am. But just in this moment of Thursday evening, and it's 7:18, and just projecting myself into the future and thinking Mondays, nothing goes on. Mm-hmm. Next Monday, nothing's going on. It would be easy to talk the wife into it. She loves going out, and you're playing. Hell yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like a very difficult thing to achieve. If you're like, hey, bro, Saturday night in Kansas City, I'd be like, oh, that's a little bit tougher.
Dude, Saturday night in Germany, we're playing.
But if if you were like, dude, we're in Kansas City, we've sold 5,000 tickets, we've sold 50,000 tickets, I would be like, clear everything. I'm there.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, if it's like a big deal,
you'd be back. You know, I'll be like, he's my boy.
Yeah. But I mean, if it's just like another show, I'm like, hey man, Kansas City's a little far.
Yeah.
But Longhorn, first off, sounds like a cool bar. You just talked it way up.
Yeah. Dude, I guarantee whenever you come in the bar.
I love supporting my buddies too. You know what I mean? Like,
whenever you come in the bar, they're not going to know you because you've never been there before.
Yeah. But they watch the show.
I know for a fact that every Mickey, Dennis, everyone is going to come up to you because they're going to know that you're not. When you walk in there and you've never been there before, people know they're like, this dude's never been here because they know everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I can literally, if I could tell you.
You just named like 15 names.
I can name you 20 more. It's like the same people every time. And
it's kind of cool.
You walk in there, Mickey is going to come up to you and be like, hey, my name's Mickey, I'm the owner of the bar, because everyone's going to know that you've never been there before. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to tell them, oh, I'm here for Reid. And they're going to be like, oh, well, yeah. And then they're going to talk.
He's back in the back sucking dick for $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done with the dick sucking
let's
joke.
Get past the. Let's get back to.
Well, I'm still like debating, like,
do I have $1 million to spare?
He just brought it up out of nowhere. Like, I'm kind of flustered.
But
no, it sounds like a good time.
No, you're gonna go in there and everyone is literally gonna come up to you and ask you because they're gonna know you're new there. I'm telling you, I talk about Longhorn like I talk about like, fuck, dude. I talk about Longhorn like I talk about. I mean,
we should shoot a music video there.
Oh, it is badass. I mean, it really is a good spot.
Or just a live session. Yeah,
no, dude. I keep trying to get Pamu to come and.
Well, see, so Pamu and I, we were hooking up before I got sick.
Yeah, we're hooking up, really.
Well, like me and Pamu, me and Scott.
Yeah, we're hooking up.
Yeah.
Any money
That's
involved?
why when you were talking about that buddy talking to him for hours on the phone, I got real jealous. Like, I'm calling Pamu tonight.
Yeah.
And he's gonna hang up on that guy. He's gonna talk to me. No, we were like getting together talking about like projects for 2022. Yeah. Because we've talked about short films for so long. We've talked about like what our true goals are, and we're, he does some music videos, I do some commercials and stuff, and it's like we don't want to do that. We want to do more narrative based, more creative type based stuff, and we're both talented enough to do it. So we've kind of made this pact of like 2022 is the year we make that shift. So anyway,
into like the multimedia stuff.
Yeah, into doing things that we find passion in, but also like one thing I love doing is I love helping my friends out that have a vision. Like if you have a vision and you're struggling for it and you're pursuing it, I'm on your fucking team, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I'm such good friends with Tucker, because back in the day, and I'm busting his nuts about this before because he's pulled way back, but back in the day, dude, he was so ambitious about starting a barber shop. And I was like, I got you. I will build you a website. I will build you all your videos. Caleb and I did a lot of those videos. We'll take pictures of you. Whatever you need media-wise, whatever you need as far as the tools and the skills that I have, I got your back.
Dude, what the heck, man?
That's what I'm talking about with you, too. And the whole thing is I'm wrapping up is saying that Pamu and I are teaming up.
Dude, we need to
get a live show at Longhorn with your band. I forget your band's name.
The Prospectors.
The Prospectors would be fucking awesome,
dude,
because it would not only give Longhorn a cool little shout out, but it'd also make a cool like media for you to post on.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I really that's the kind of stuff that like at some point, no matter how good you are, no matter how good the band is, there is a certain point that I hate.
Yeah.
But you do got to get into the.
For sure.
Video, pictures.
That's what you got me and Scott for.
Because I've always kind of been a guy I've always thought word of mouth was going to do wonders.
It's probably the strongest and most trusted.
Yeah, like people are going to like.
But what do they say?
you know,
check out the Prospectors. Here's their website. Check out the Prospector. Here's their Spotify.
because I do know that there's a bunch of people that I'm like, people are like, oh man, like I said right there. But anyways, I know there's a lot of people that like a lot of bands that look good on social media, and so they get gigs.
It's part of the
based
game,
off
man.
of, you know.
part of
But
the game.
but I know the bands, and I'm like,
It's same thing in the video world, dude.
that sucks, dude, because we don't really do a lot of that because we believe in what we do more than we do presenting ourselves.
Right.
Like we're like, shit, let us show up.
Right.
Play song for song with us. Let's song swap. You play one, we play one, and let's see who. We believe in that more than we do. But
Imagine if you were
I
to
know.
do some of this
I know.
social stuff. Imagine. I mean, the reason Harry Styles is Harry Styles. Well, he is talented. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from him. But a huge part of it is the marketing behind it.
Yeah.
What people think about Harry.
Yeah.
What people see, the videos that they see, the music videos, the social videos. I would imagine that his fans like him because he's Harry.
Yeah.
And that's what they are exposed
Do
to.
you think they like him because he's Harry Styles or because are you talking about Harry in his
Harry
body?
Styles.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
You know what I mean?
saying.
But I don't think that guy has a fucking hair on his body besides his fucking head. He's the most hairless. He's like a boy.
Dude, that
No,
dude is. I love Harry Styles, so don't ever disrespect him.
I'm not. I'm just saying I have more hair than he does. My close ancestors were Neanderthals, so take it for what it's worth. But no,
Neanderthals?
yeah.
Really? That's badass.
No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, but no, I know what you're saying. Like, I know what you're saying as far as like
You have to play the game.
you
It's part of the
have
game.
to. You have
Yeah.
to. You have
And
to.
so that gets back to the very first thing that we were talking about as far as like, if you're going to make music to make music, like that's your thing. Like you work at a factory making auto parts, and then on the weekends you record your music because you just fucking love to record and to create music. All fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
that's the thing too.
But if you
is-
want to do what you're wanting to do, like you said, you
Yeah.
want to have that. I forget the artist's name that you used as the example, but the picture of the the behind the shoulders, and you see the fucking 100,000 people crowd. You got to market, dude.
yeah, I know.
People got to know who you are, and you have to create a persona.
It's not like it used to be. You know, like it's not like word of mouth does a lot, but it doesn't do what it used to because the game is nowadays is who can look the best. Like if you like,
That's part of it.
you know, like
That's part of it. But if you
I
look the
know-
best, like say you look fucking fantastic on social media, and you show up to the bar and you sound like shit, you ain't gonna last.
which I know I
But
will
if you do
say
the reverse of that, you will fucking explode, because people are like, dude, you see this? Yeah, they look fucking awesome, and then they go hear you and they go, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. There's a artist I know around the area. See, here's the thing, I was talking to someone about this the other day. So whenever we play, we know we're really good. And so there's people I know that they have a bunch of friends that come out to their shows. They bring out like 50 friends
Yeah.
every time they play. And no matter how good it is, their fan group 50 or their friends come out to every gig.
Right.
Who would you rather have as a bar owner? A guy that
I'd rather have the 50 friends.
boom,
Yeah.
no matter how good it is. So that essentially is what I hate about having to play the game, because that person, no matter how good it is, it could be, no matter how bad it is, it could be terrible. That person is going to get booked more than someone like Drew Ballantyne, because they're bringing in those people. Now, is that guy better? No. But who would you rather have as a bar owner? A guy that brings in 50 people, or a guy that just brings in the crowd that's going to be there anyways?
Right.
You know,
I
and
get-
that's the problem. That's one of the reasons why I hate playing the games, because at that point, it's not based off who's better. It's not based off who. It's based off of. It's based off. I mean, who's marketed better? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to make me more business? And
I
so,
agree.
to me, there's an underroad of playing the bar scene around your local area, because there's an underroad of not doing that, working on your craft, working on your music, playing gigs every now and then sliding under and coming out with something that's going to book you at like, because there's local bands, they're not going to go play Kane's Ballroom. They're going to play the same 5 places in Joplin.
Right.
So there's that like underroad of like getting past all that and going, and you know what I'm saying? Because like businesses in Joplin, they're gonna have those people play. They're gonna have the people that bring more people in to play more.
Right. It's just a business decision.
It's a business decision.
Yeah.
Kane's Ballroom doesn't do that.
Right.
No. To get into Kane's Ballroom, you got to get into Majestic and Fort Smith. Charlie Crockett's my favorite artist in music right now.
What's his name?
Charlie Crockett. He's a. You ever heard Charlie Crockett? Damn,
Bro.
that was super smooth.
Bro.
But he plays Kane's Ballroom, Kansas City Uptown Theater, Red Rocks.
Oh. Okay.
Why?
Oh.
You think he plays it because he brings people? No, he plays it because he's fucking good, and that's what brings people. Then you don't know this motherfucker? No. Click on that.
This one looks good.
No. Click on that.
This one?
No. Type in. I ain't got no time or time to lose. I ain't got no time to lose. You never heard Charlie Crockett? I'm like really disappointed.
Bruh. You ever heard of Skrillex? Probably not. What I was gonna say, as this plays, is that I totally like the concept that you're creating for the audience. I totally agree, because what I was gonna say is that in the short term, those bands will win. In the short term,
Yes, exactly.
Long term, like they say, the cream will rise to the top.
That's
the
perfect.
The best will rise to the top. This is interesting. This is almost like a Roaring 20s type feel. What do they call that? Like a swingers type feel, right? It's almost jazzy.
Right as the story goes, underneath these stars, it just refuse to shine for me.
Hopefully YouTube does not kick us off.
All I got these days blues. I ain't got no time.
So this dude is big time.
No, he's not big time. But he's playing Red Rocks.
That's pretty big.
He's playing
That's
Kane's
big time,
Ballroom.
man. That's big time.
He's playing Kansas City Uptown Theater. He's playing Knuckleheads.
That's
He's
big
playing.
time.
He's playing these venues.
If you played Red Rocks, I would be there, dude.
Shit.
I would be there on acid.
Dude, if I played Red Rocks,
I'd be there.
fuck, man.
100%.
Fuck, man. But like, dude, like if you really think about it, stuff like that is attainable.
Totally.
But that's what I love about us. To play Red Rocks, you've got to be good. It doesn't matter how many people you bring out to your local bar.
But it sounds like you have that down.
Well,
it sounds like what you're missing is the marketing point.
Well, we think we do because we believe in it.
Well,
I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh man, we're the best band in the world." I'm not gonna say that. But I'm also not gonna sit there and say that we don't believe in it.
right.
So
It's important.
we have the part of like, hey, stick to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stay focused, stay in it. It's not gonna happen like that.
Right.
Stay in it. It's gonna happen. We believe in that.
Yeah.
So we have that part down.
That's good. That's probably the hardest part.
And really, and so with us being that way, we don't even really need, like, it wouldn't take a lot for us to be in the game multimedia wise, because we don't need anything to make us look good. If we have something out there, we'll back it up.
See, I think it's easier to show up and perform really well
Yeah.
without marketing. Wait. I'm sorry. If you had marketing and you were to show up and play really shitty, it's much easier to market a really good band, or a very talented, or a very genuine, or authentic, whatever sort of adjective you want to use, band or artist or musician or whatever. So if you guys got that nailed down,
Yep.
you just add in the marketing and it's like
Boom. Exactly.
boom, boom, like you just hit oil, boom,
Yeah. Exactly. Which is more so on the lines of where we're right now. Right now, we're kind of in this mode of like, all right, We got to save as much money as we can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like, because we're in it for the long.
Start charging Bitcoin for your shows.
This is end all be all for all of us. We believe in it like that. So,
dude, that's what we were talking about earlier. You're all in.
We're in this mode of like, okay,
all in, baby.
Yeah, we're in this mode of like, all right. Everyone is in this phase like we need to save as much money as we can to make a move, because a lot of shit goes down fast. Yeah. Mixers, cables, speakers, cars,
gas.
There, you know, yeah. And so we don't ever want to lose the game we're trying to play because we couldn't afford to be in it.
Right.
So right now we're in this phase of like, all right, save. We need to save. You know, and so I feel like Drew is the leader of our band. He's like kind of
Drew Valentine.
Drew Ballantyne.
Oh, Ballantyne.
Ballantyne. He's the leader of the band. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's, like I said, probably one of the most...
Talk about your band for a second. Like, who's in it? And
Drew Ballantyne is, like I said, he's the lead guitar player.
Okay.
We all three sing.
Okay.
Lead songs.
Would you consider him the lead singer?
No.
Depends on what song it is.
I would consider me and him, and like, so Drew Ballantyne, lead guitar, vocals.
Okay.
Me, rhythm guitar, vocals. Logan Parsons, bass, vocals.
He lives with Pamu too?
Yes.
UTIs. Okay.
He is... Logan is the best bass player I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
Wasn't Cameron a bass player?
Not a good one. Terrible. Logan can play this motherfucker. Dude, Logan is the best bass player I've ever seen.
Okay.
And he's the best harmonizer I've ever been involved with, ever. And, you know, Dusty Lauderdale plays the fiddle.
Okay.
And then we have Lisa playing the drums.
So we're up to five
total.
Yeah.
5 total.
The 3, the fiddle, and the drums.
Yeah. Which...
The rhythm, the bleed, the bass, the fiddle.
Which when me, Logan, and Drew, we stand up front.
Say a chick was drumming for you?
Yeah.
What's her name? Lisa?
Lisa.
Nice.
Yeah. Which, like I said, when we play a show, me, Logan, and Drew stand up front.
Sure.
Sometimes I'll be in the middle.
Depends on what song, right? Like
No. We stay in the same spot the whole night. So,
well, I meant like it depends on what song, on
who
takes
leads.
the lead.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Like sometimes I'll stand in the middle.
Yeah.
Drew stands on my right. Logan, sometimes Drew's in the middle.
Yeah.
You know.
But didn't you say earlier that you were probably the main writer for this stuff?
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, obviously these guys watch this, they're gonna know that I'm not saying anything bad about them because they both write really good songs. I mean,
I didn't say they didn't write, but it kind of sounded like you had said.
No, I will say that. Well, that's the thing. Going back to, there's roles in the band
For sure.
I know. I consider one of my roles to be writing.
Yeah.
At our shows we play, I think we do Get Back Susie, Low Down Country Blues, Living a Lie, Song About Writing a Song, I Joined the Band. I think we do 6 of my songs almost that I wrote.
How many songs total would you do at a show?
Oh,
20?
Shit. We're playing for 4 hours a show. 8 to 12 normally is what we play.
So you're saying 40 songs.
40
of that 6 are your songs.
Yes. So
10 are covers.
No.
Maybe more than covers. I don't know.
No, if we do 40 songs and 6 of them are mine, the other 34 are covers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, that's just there's roles in the band, and like the good thing about our band is like everyone knows their role. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's fighting for dominance
right.
Really, because
I'm
like,
the lead guitar and that's fun.
Yeah, because we know Drew's the leader of our band.
Right.
You know, he's the smartest guy.
That's good, man. That's good.
He's one of the smartest people I've probably ever met when it comes to music stuff by far. Taught me an incredible amount in the last couple of months. The dude is like incredibly gifted, and he's incredibly smart, and he's able to transfer that knowledge into us in a very good way.
Yeah.
You know, he's hard on it. Sometimes he does get hard. He does get strict. He does get, direct.
Yeah.
But
like, is he same age as you?
No, he's older than me.
Yeah, 30s.
But like I like that because like if I'm, we used to all live together in a house, whatever, and you know, he'd come inside or whatever, and he'd be like, "Hey, did you write a song today?" I'd be like, "No." He'd be like,
he's the discipline, dude.
but in a good way though. It's
Right.
not. It's not like it's not a discipline where you're like,
No, it's not like a
fuck, dude.
You
What
getting spankings.
Who are you to be saying this? No, it's not like
he's
that.
the discipline. Like, do your rep.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Drew has a lot in it. And all the gear we use at a show, speakers, cables, cords, mic stands, whatever, it's all
Valentine
his.
Media,
it's
baby.
all his.
Yeah,
you know, and so
I get that.
So knowing the roles in the band, and Drew writes really good songs too, and so does Logan. Logan, you know, Logan's definitely coming in a process of understanding what sound he likes the best that he does, and I can slowly see him getting better at his sound and writing according to that. You know, and so Logan's getting really good at it, and Drew already knows where he's at, so he writes really good songs already.
Are you guys writing together? Or you like write separate and bring it to
we
each
wrote
other?
a couple. A lot of times we write them separate.
Yeah,
we
and
brought
and present them.
them. We and that's the thing is like you got to understand that sometimes it's gonna be like, you know, if you present a song to us and it's not good, I've shown Drew a song. I've shown Drew and Logan a song before. And they've been like, no, it's not good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Next one.
Back to the drawing
Same thing.
board.
Logan, that's not good. Drew, now that's not good.
Yeah.
So, you know, that happens. That's the thing that happens. You know, if it's not good, it's not good.
Yeah.
We do write something together, but we do write separate a lot. But like I said, a role in the band that I feel like I have is being one of the not the main writer, but definitely one of them.
Sure.
I feel like my role in the band is bringing songs to the band like that are like Get Back Susie, Low Down Country Blues. I really feel like that's just my role, is bringing songs to the band that are original. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm probably the best writer in the band, you know? And so but that's the thing about like all of us is like, they'd say the same thing. You know, they wouldn't be like, oh, I'm the best. Or
right.
They'd say
like Reid.
No, Reid writes the best
Reid's
songs.
got the best song. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And
That's
so
good. That's good. I would say that's probably the number one thing the bands like break up from.
exactly.
It's like the dissonance of roles.
And we do a lot of like switching around as far as like who leads a song, you know what I'm saying?
You're like Navy SEALs, bro.
The Few.
You know what I mean?
The Proud.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, so like, I'm pretty sure it's the Navy SEALs.
I do gotta say, dude, I gotta take a fat piss.
The bathroom's right there. Let me tell you this Navy SEAL story, and we'll just pause.
Okay.
'Cause I got pissed too.
Dude, I gotta piss so bad.
But like Navy SEALs, like I'm pretty sure it's the Navy SEALs, but like when they move into a room, say you're the guy that leads us into the room, like you're the leader.
Yeah.
You call the shots. We get into the room, and there's a door that's closest to me. You just shift, and I'm the leader now. We just shift. And then like, okay, we're going through this door. Boom. And I'm the leader. So I give the command.
Yeah.
You just kind of shift no matter where you are. And whatever situation is, it's like there's sniper fire coming in.
Well, and
You're the leader now.
And this has nothing to do with the Navy SEALs, but
I think it's the Navy SEALs.
Yeah, which it brings a lot of variety to a show because, you know, if you go to a show that's live music, unless you really love that person you're listening to, it's hard to sit there and listen for 4 hours of the same thing.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't listen to Charlie for 4 hours straight.
Right.
You know? So that's why people do breaks. And that's to give people a refresh of memory or a refresh of mind to be like, okay, you know. And so
have a couple drinks, have a
conversation. And so with us three having that bouncing back and forth.
Right. You can go longer without taking a break.
And it's variety issue.
Well, the variety also comes in the form of the songs, right?
Exactly, because
Valentine takes the lead.
Logan has a Hank Williams sound. He can do, dude. He's probably one of the best guys that I've ever heard do Hank Williams songs. He does a lot of them.
Yeah.
Drew's got a very powerful voice, right. Dude, like pounds you in the face, powerful. And it's like whenever he's singing, he stops. You know, like you hear it. It's a big voice. Me, I've got a raspy, big voice. You know, so like it's three completely different sounds.
Right.
I couldn't sing. There's a lot of songs that like Drew does, or like Logan does, and Drew does that I couldn't do justice. A lot of songs that I do, they couldn't do justice.
Right.
And that's the beauty in being, and we do three-part harmony and stuff too,
Right.
but so we do sing together a lot, but that's the beauty in it is because, like, first of all, you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
Because we don't have a set list. So Logan can sing one, I sing one, Drew, Logan, me, Drew, me, Logan, me, Drew.
You just feeling it out.
You never know oh, yeah.
So you're just feeling it out, and you're just like, hey, we gonna sing Lucy or something?
Well, no, so say like if we're in the key of A doing a song. Like
Okay.
if we're doing the key of A.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, hey, keep your hands to yourself is in key of A. So I'll be like, Drew, let's transition to key of let's
You're
transition.
giving him a little signal.
Yeah, like, hey, let's do keep your hands to yourself.
Okay.
And then Logan's like, oh, what do I know in key of A? Oh, frying pan, drawn pan, drawn prime.
Okay.
You know, and so it's like there's like a bunch of songs we do in key of A, key of E, G, C. And we just all like, hey, I want to do this one next.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go piss.
Huh?
Go piss.
I got a piss, dude.
You got piss. I got to piss too. There's 2 bathrooms. Just leave everything running. All right, we're back. Hello, we're back. I did the whole like, I'm fine. And I stood up. I'm like, I'm not fine.
Yeah. So smoking cigarettes, not sponsored by Lucky Strikes, but the best cigarettes there are.
Lucky Strikes. I'm more of a spirit kind of guy.
Oh, dude. The aesthetic behind smoking American spirits is like, if I see someone that's like smoking American spirit, I'm like, I know who they are.
Okay, who are they?
You know who the American spirit people are.
Who are they?
You just, if you're in the cigarette game, you know.
What's Lucky Strike?
Lucky Strike is it's just a cigarette. You know, it's just a good natural cigarette, but like there's an aesthetic behind American spirits.
Right, like you want to be seen smoking them. Like if I were to
Not
smoke,
me.
if I were to smoke American, if I were to smoke, I'd smoke spirits. And if I were to smoke spirits, I'd be like this. I need to take a smoke real quick. You know,
No.
like
No, that's the American spirit people.
that's what I mean. That'd be me.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be me. I don't smoke them though. These look short compared to.
Well, that's a regular cigarette. I mean, it's a regular size. It'd be like, Marlboro Light or whatever.
I probably roll my own because I'm that kind of guy.
Now that is badass. I will say that is pretty cool. That is badass.
This one's
to roll those
green.
cigarettes. What? Oh shit! No! I swear. I will say, have you seen that?
Is that a
Delta?
jewel?
No. Have you ever seen the Delta 8 stuff going around?
Yeah. Is that what you have?
Have you tried that stuff?
Fuck no, dude.
Dude,
I
try
have
it.
heard nothing but horror stories from it.
What?
I mean, maybe you've had a different experience, but all I've heard about is terrible trips. People getting stuck on couches and
No.
falling into the abyss of
No.
existential stress.
No, you can try it.
Delta 8?
So THC is Delta 9.
Oh, so this is one carbon. They took a carbon off.
Yes, and it's not as potent. And that trips me out that people would say that because I've never experienced that ever. You can just take a little puff and just kind of get the taste of it. I mean, you don't have to be approved.
There's no button or nothing? You just
Nope.
pull it.
Just pull it.
It tastes like Fruit Loops. Or it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, I think it's like banana runs or something.
Interesting.
You buy it at the gas station. It's perfectly legal.
Well, I know. I don't know. I just like the real shit.
No, I know what you're saying. No, dude,
But it's nice to have a good review of it from you. To say,
which I mean, it's weird because I remember smoking weed a bunch. I mean, and I'm still pro weed. Because I still do believe that weed helps certain people in situations. I do think there are people that smoke and it's whatever.
do you find it that it makes you more creative at all? Do you use it in that sort of?
Well, that's funny you say that. That's hilarious you say that because I remember when weed was weed and I was smoking because I was one of them. Oh, I'm stoned. Yeah, let's have a good time. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
As I got older, weed started making me really paranoid. I started getting so paranoid.
What were you worried about?
I don't know. I was just worried about. I mean, I don't, and I think that's when I kind of got like, all right, I don't really want to do this anymore.
Sure.
But that's funny you said that the creative process because when weed got for me to where I was getting so paranoid, the only thing that would calm me down was playing music. Okay, So I kept smoking weed way longer than I should have because I knew that if I smoked, I would play. I'd play and write because I knew I needed to be calmed down. So I'd be so paranoid, tripping, whatever. I'd have to play guitar and write or whatever. So I used to smoke just for knowing that it's gonna make me so paranoid. I'm gonna play for 2 hours. Isn't that terrible?
That's interesting.
Isn't that so bad?
You could have just played for 2 hours.
I could have just played,
Right.
but I didn't have the drive, and so now that I don't smoke, I play just to play. But back then I was never playing unless I smoked. You know, but I remember smoking to be so paranoid because I knew I was gonna play for 2-3 hours. So I just smoked. I didn't even want to. I was like, I don't even want to be high. I don't want to feel the paranoid feeling. I knew it was gonna make me play.
Right.
So
Kind of use it as a motivator in that sense.
yeah, and so but that got old. That got to where I was like, that.
I don't have to do this.
That's what I'm saying. It got to the point where I was like, see, this isn't good. I mean,
Right.
I'm doing something I don't want to do something that I do want to do.
Right.
When I could take out the don't and just do the
There's
something I
no.
want
I
to
could
do.
just totally remove this obstacle.
Exactly.
And yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, I think I quit smoking actual THC probably over a year ago, probably.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I
so
quit.
it's still
I
pretty
quit,
recent.
yeah.
It's still pretty recent.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I don't.
But you're saying that you stopped doing it like consistently, because now you do it
No,
every once in a while. Or you
the
just
last
straight
time I
Delta,
the last
Delta
time
8.
the last time I actually smoked six months ago at a gig.
Wow.
There was a guy had a joint, went out by a campfire.
So
probably.
why the Delta 8?
Because it's not as strong as weed.
Uh-huh.
And I think one of the factors in the weed thing that I was getting paranoid because I knew it was illegal, and I was still like, I was 26 years old driving to a dealer's house to get the weed, and it's like I'm putting myself in positions where it's like, you know, you get pulled over and go to jail, dude. You're 26, bro.
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know, as for myself, I was like, I need to not do that.
Yeah.
Delta 8, it's legal. You buy it at the gas station, and I'm not chiefing on the thing.
Yeah.
But it's way less potent than weed, and it's legal. So I mean, it's like it gives me the same. This gives me the calmness of weed without the paranoia. And so, and it's legal. So
That's a big deal.
Dude, it's a huge deal because you know, if I'm 19, 20, get pulled over for weed, it's like you know, there's a little bit of grace there because you know,
Kids.
parents are gonna be pissed off for sure, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be, you know, all right, 18, 19, I get it.
Yeah.
You're a stupid idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna
Maybe.
the consequences are gonna be there for you, but
I
whatever.
would rather pull a kid over that's high as balls than drunk as balls.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But if I'm 26 years old or 26, 27
grown
years old,
adult.
and I'm a grown adult, if I get pulled over for weed, you know what I'm saying? Like there is no grace because first of all, I do know better. And to put myself in a situation where I go to jail over weed, it outweighed it. You know what I'm saying?
But anymore, it's legal. It's legal in Missouri. There's dispensaries in Joplin.
If you have a card,
Yeah, but like,
if I get pulled over with weed and I don't have a card, I still go to jail.
yeah, but I mean, even then, isn't there like a minimum amount that you can have? That's
No,
they just waive
if you have a card, you can have so much on you.
Why don't you get a card?
I don't have the need. I don't want to smoke anymore. Now that I haven't done it in a while, I don't need to smoke weed.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't.
But, okay, so I don't need to smoke weed. Like I'm in the same boat. Like I don't seek it out. I don't yearn for it. Nothing. But I like to do it. Like if there's a party and there's a blunt going around. Like yeah, I'm gonna get in that. Circle.
See, I'm at that phase where I don't like it enough to do it again. You
Fair
know what I'm
enough. That's
saying?
fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Now, dude, pro weed, big time. If
Yeah.
you smoke weed, like yes, like I do believe weed has. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but I remember being younger and dude, like if I wasn't high wherever I went, no, I was high everywhere I went. If I was going to get food, I was smoking.
See, I don't like being high all the time.
I was.
I gotta know. I really like to know when I'm sober, and then I really like to know when I'm high. Like I like to go between the worlds. I do not like to mesh them, and I've meshed them before. I've done the every day blasted to the moon, and it just starts getting weird. I can't tell exactly where I'm at. I can't tell.
And so,
am I tripping? Am I okay? Am I dreaming? Am I awake? What the fuck is going on?
And I'm kind of in a position where it's like, if I get arrested and go to jail for that kind of stuff, paying for that kind of stuff, like, I can't be doing that. Like, say if
you don't want to get caught up in the justice system.
Say if we were on the way to a gig,
and
we got pulled over and we had weed on us, whatever, and we get arrested, or whatever. It's like, I literally make a living off of playing music, and so like that is my income.
Right.
So it's like to put ourselves in a position where we could get in trouble and then have consequences lead from that mistake. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it because
except if you just got a card.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I'm not.
It doesn't seem like it's that big of a pull for you.
It's not big. I know for myself that I'm just not interested in it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe in a later, in my life or whatever, maybe I'm not gonna say I'll never smoke again.
Right.
But I will say that, just right now where I'm at, no, I'm good.
It's kind of like what you said earlier. There's a time and place for it.
Exactly. Right now,
this isn't the time.
And the place in my life. It's just not the.
Yeah,
it's not the.
It's not the right season.
Exactly. It's not the right season. It's not the right image that I want to personally put off anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into a place smelling like weed and bloodshot. I don't want to do that anymore. And so that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you find that you perform at the level that you wish to perform at if you're high? Is that part of it? It sounds like that's part of it, that you want to show up at the bar and perform at the highest level.
Yeah, I want to be, well,
and if you're high, you might not be able to get to that
Exactly. Level. And I want to also, after we get done playing, I want to present myself in a manner that they're going to be like, you know what?
Right.
Because even if...
I get that.
Here's what I love about stoners. People that don't smoke weed resent stoners. Stoners don't resent people that don't. That's what I love about them.
Yeah. So
me not smoking... I'm still good with both audiences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm stoned and I'm, whatever, or I'm drunk even,
right,
and I go up to people that I'm trying to present myself like, oh, this is the band, yada, 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 they're going to be like, we don't want to watch another guy that's on smoking and drink. We don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stoners, they're like, we don't give a fuck if you smoke or not. We do. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about stoners. They don't give a fuck.
Well, I think it's about performance in this. It's about performance and it's about image,
Yeah.
So if you can't...
The image that I want to put off is just not that anymore.
Right.
But like I said, that's what I love about stoners is stoners are like, they don't give a fuck if I smoke or not.
Yeah.
People that hate weed, they care if I smoke or not. So why not, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So like,
as far as a PR stance,
like if I went to a guy that didn't smoke weed and said, "Hey, I'm high right now," he's gonna be like, "Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Just lay off that shit."
Unless you're like totally cool, you're shredding on your guitar.
But if I go to a stoner,
and you're like, "By the way, I'm high as fuck," and they're like, "Are you kidding me? I couldn't tell."
But if I go to a stoner and I say, "Hey, I don't smoke," they're gonna be like, "Okay, cool, I don't give a fuck. I'm high."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just presenting myself in a manner where it's professional. But like I said, this is before I even joined the band. I quit smoking because I knew that it wasn't doing me good.
That's the key.
You know what I'm saying? This is before I even joined the band. Yeah. This was like over a year ago.
Just being honest with yourself.
Just being honest with myself. And then just being like, you know what? I don't need to smoke anymore. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
If it doesn't serve you, then why keep it? Even if it's like the cool thing, like, oh, you're not pro weed, which you said you were. But
very am pro weed.
You know what I mean? But if you're like, oh, you don't smoke, it's like, it doesn't serve me. Yeah. So why am I going to do it?
Which I will say,
if I told you that like alcohol didn't serve me and I stopped drinking, and people would be like, "Oh, good for you. Yeah. We're proud of you." You know what I mean? Like, so why couldn't you do that with smoking?
Exactly. Which a lot of times people like think you need to find that, oh, good for you for not drinking or whatever, and it's like, don't put it on me, because if you put it on me, I'm gonna want to keep doing what I'm not supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't
put
the pressure of being like, oh, you need to stop doing that. Well, who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
Worry
about yourself.
Let me come to the conclusion that I'm going to stop doing this thing that I don't want to do, and I'll find it.
Unless you're just destroying your life. That's when it's like,
all right, yeah.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I've always felt that every vice, I guess you could say, per se, that I've had, I felt like I've always been really good at controlling them.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
or at least acknowledging like, hey,
I'm sitting here and acting.
We getting a little deep in the weeds right now. Like,
I'm sitting here acting like I'm fucking. I've been on a bunch of. I mean, I haven't been. I mean, the only thing I've really ever done is smoked weed and drank.
Yeah.
And
well, those are the two biggest ones because they're the most accepted in society and most common. Yeah.
But I've always like even with drinking, I do drink a lot more than I did back then because I was smoking a lot, and so I do drink a lot, which I have.
Well, just playing in bars alone, probably.
Playing in bars alone, it's hard. You know, I have been on a little kick lately of not drinking as. I haven't. This is my first time to really be drinking in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I definitely, you know, I was trying to. But yeah, that's the thing is like I feel like I'm good enough to always come to the conclusion. Okay, control it.
That's good.
So you know what I'm saying.
Powerful.
Yeah, and so I know it's harder for some people other than me. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it feels so fucking good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it gives you such a release.
But see, man, the whole thing with drinking is, dude, even when I drink, because I've got a pretty high tolerance for alcohol. I mean, I can sit here and drink 8, 9, 10 beers and be fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. But getting to the drunk phase of stuff, it's like, I don't know why anybody likes that.
Yeah.
Waking up in the morning feeling like.
That is terrible. That's the worst part about it.
It's the worst part. I don't know why anybody likes that.
I do enjoy getting drunk.
The process of it is, yeah, obviously.
Well, like getting there, feeling good, being goofy. You know, if ladies are involved, it's fun just flirting around, you know, just like, this is fun. But there's like that barrier. And if you cross it, like, you know that tomorrow's going to fucking suck.
Oh,
but
man.
if you can just cruise that barrier, like if you can get to the cruising altitude and just cruise through the night. And then like by the time you're going home, you're starting to descend. Perfect. If you can do that, perfect.
I
Very difficult. Very difficult.
I know that I'm there whenever if I can't eat, if I'm drunk.
Can't eat?
Yeah, like if I know
that's your signal.
Like if I'm like the food, like if I get drunk and I can still go out and have a full meal, I'm good. Yeah. But like if
I wouldn't say you're drunk then. You're just
buzzing,
feeling good. Yeah.
Feeling good. But but I know I'm drunk if I go somewhere and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to eat. Yeah. My stomach's hurting. Yeah. Whatever.
When my face goes numb, that's when I'm like, hey, we need to get something.
Which you could probably drink a lot more than me.
Dude, not at all. Not at all. You could outdrink me, no problem.
How many beers have you had?
I've had 2.
Well, you had more whiskey than me, though.
I had more whiskey, but I'm way sensitive to substances. Like, very sensitive.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm a big guy. I cannot handle alcohol. I don't even try. And it's kind of nice because I can have a couple beers. I'm already at the place I need to be.
Really?
Oh man.
Which you've had what, 3 of those shots?
I probably had a double pour of whiskey.
Yeah.
And but I'm just very sensitive to substances. Like coffee, no problem. Like I get a cup or 2, dude, I'm blasted. I'm good to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to drink coffee all the time, but now I can't drink coffee because it really does something. It does something like, dude, like. Beer, I can sit here and drink beer all day and it's slow in the process of feeling something. Coffee now, for me, since I don't drink anymore, if I drink a cup of coffee, I'm like, I can feel the energy, and I don't like that about stuff.
You don't? That's my favorite part, dude.
Well, and that's with anything.
That's the dragon I'm chasing with coffee.
You don't drink any? You drink any drinks?
Fuck yeah, dude. I got bangs. I got G Fuel. I got not very See, that's one thing. That is one I'm really good about. I know when and where and what to do as far as caffeine and like energy. Like anytime, noon to 2 o'clock is like my like zone of like, you probably shouldn't have any more caffeine and we're not going to sleep tonight. Yeah. Like last night I was in bed. I had a 150 milligram shot of G Fuel around 3 o'clock. My evening was fucking awesome. I got a ton of work done. But come 11 o'clock when I'm laying in bed, it's like, fuck. I couldn't.
Really?
I couldn't sleep, dude. Couldn't.
Really?
Oh.
So it like it lasts with you for a while.
Forever, dude.
Jeez, dude. Well, you said you're drinking espresso too.
Yeah, but like I said, anything before noon, my body can go through it and figure it out, and by the time I go to sleep, it's no problem. Afternoon, we're starting to like, maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Do you know how bad energy drinks are for you, bro? Are you kidding
I don't
me?
do that much though. Yeah. I don't, like literally, it's. I probably drink more alcohol than I drink energy
especially
drinks.
Those bangs.
Bangs are gnarly, but I probably have one every 3 months. Like if I'm mowing the lawn, maybe give me a cold bang. You know what I mean? That's. I'm not drinking beer when I mow the lawn. I drink a bag,
Dude, no. A cold beer is. I mean, I think I speak for millions of Americans when I say a cold beer is pretty much. There's not a lot of moods that I'm in where I'm like, oh, a cold beer wouldn't be good right now.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. You're gonna hate me. I'm just not that big of a fan. It just don't get me off, dude.
What does?
Beer.
Really?
Like this. I'm enjoying this. You know why I'm enjoying this because you're enjoying it, and we are enjoying it.
Yeah.
But like, if I was at the house, ain't no way I wouldn't even think about beer, dude. I'd be doing wine with the wife. I'd be doing whiskey if I had to do alcohol.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like beer, but it's just not my first go-to.
If you're picking a beer, what are you getting?
I'm gonna pick some sort of some sort of wheat beer, or like something like an IPA, baby.
You so smoke American spirits, dude. You're so
yeah, it's true.
You're such an American spirit guy.
I would do an IPA, something super fruity and like 9%.
If you could get any domestic, what would you get?
Corona. Is that domestic? I don't even know, dude. I'm just not in this world. I'm not in this world. I grow my own vegetables, and I take some psychedelics, and I journal a lot. That's just where I'm at. I'm not in the bar scene. Like, I don't even know how to act in a bar. I don't even really know.
But you ain't got to act in a bar to drink a good, fresh Coors or fresh cold Bud Light.
Coors Original?
No, this shit's trash.
I really like Coors Original.
Trash.
You like? Well, dude, what do you like? What's your domestic?
Well, it's funny
Maybe
because
bad.
when I first started drinking, I hated beer.
Yeah, everybody does.
All my friends will tell you, I vowed off of it for like 3 years of drinking. I was like, no, I will never drink beer.
Yeah.
Never. All my friends drinking beer, I was like, I will never be that person. And then, you get older and you start having to work for your stuff, and you're like, well, beer is cheap.
Yeah.
So I started on Busch.
Okay.
Just pounding tall boys until I liked it.
Sound like
so
you're
I drank,
a Pitt State student at this point, dude.
So I drank Busch for a while. And then
Keystone was ours. Keystone
Keystone's not bad.
That's how we got into it. 30-pack was $12 or whatever.
I started on Busch, and then I went to Miller Lite. Mm-hmm. I drank Miller Lite for, a year and a half or whatever. I don't remember the timeline really. I drank Miller Lite. When I joined the band, I was drinking Miller Lite still. They were drinking Bud Light. I was drinking Miller Lite. But there was a guy at Longhorn, shout out Longhorn. There was a guy at Longhorn that he's a Bud Light rep. Okay. And he was saying that he could get us posters and koozies and stuff like that for Bud Light.
Nice.
So whenever he did that, we have some posters that say like, like the Bud Light symbol, and it says the Prospectors on it.
Cool.
And so like our Facebook page has a picture, and so it so whenever that happened, I switched to Bud Light.
Yeah.
And I will say,
you're a corporate man, baby.
I will say, I love Miller Lite. I did.
Yeah.
I drank PBR for a while too. I like PBR.
I could see you doing that.
I really drank PBR pretty strong there was a couple months in there I was only drinking that. But I was drinking Miller Lite pretty consistently. And I will say, I liked PBR. I liked Miller Lite. I love Bud Light. I think Bud Light I think it's just the best beer. I remember when I was drinking Miller Lite and trying to Bud Light, and I was like, oh, this is the worst I've ever had.
Yeah.
But now, if it's not Bud Light, I don't like it. I think Bud Light that's the number one seller. It's the number one beer in America. I would think. I'm pretty sure. Now, I know that, like, look this shit up. What's the number one domestic beer in America?
What about, while we're doing this, what about Voodoo Ranger? There you go.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Bud Light is the most popular beer in the United States, followed by Coors Light and Miller Lite.
I told you, Bud Light, dude. And like, here's the thing about it: don't argue with it.
Bud Light.
Don't argue with the facts. There's got to be a reason why it's the most popular. It's the best.
Well, yeah, I guess. Amongst
domestics.
Yeah, 16.17. That's a weird number. 16.17 billion US dollars. Budweiser was the most valued beer brand worldwide.
Which,
listen, I will say, Bud Light was one of the first companies to buy an ETH domain. They have beer.eth.
What? I don't even know what that is.
They bought the domain on the Ethereum blockchain. Like, Budweiser is into crypto. Like they're way ahead of their competition as far as like getting to the new technology.
Really?
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
I think that's kind of cool.
Bud Light's in the fucking NFL, in NBA, MLB. It's in every fucking sport. It's in every fucking...
I like Miller Lite. I like Coors Light. But like, dude, honestly, if you asked me what beer represents America, I'd have to say Budweiser.
Yeah.
The can alone.
You wouldn't say
these
Bud
are Bud.
Light?
Budweiser, the brand, like Bud Light, Budweiser, whatever else falls underneath there.
Yeah.
Sam Adams or whatever. But like Bud Light's very like up here, the logo, Budweiser has that same sort of logo.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what you'd call it, but it has like geometric patterns and like, I don't know, something about that logo just like captures me. And the red can, the red can's like, oh fuck, that's Budweiser. And their logo, their slogan is King of Beers. How do you compete with that?
Gotta text the girl back.
Oh, she's like, where you at? You gotta go?
No. She's no.
All right, thanks for listening.
No, not even close. Yeah, no, they're gonna get out of here. No, dude, I will say, dude, fuck, man.
What about Voodoo Ranger? You didn't say anything about Voodoo Ranger.
I don't think I've ever had it before.
You never had Voodoo Ranger? The next podcast we do, I will be happy to buy us some Voodoo Ranger.
Okay. Is it you can get it at a lot of gas stations?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had?
It's from Colorado. It's a Colorado.
You ever had Land Shark?
Yeah, it's similar to Corona, right?
Sort of, but it doesn't have the aftertaste of a Corona.
Yeah.
Which that's why I don't like Corona. The aftertaste.
I don't mess around with those sorts of beers, like domestics and the lights. Like I need something 9%, a ton of flavor, not so much the stouts. Like Casey's really into the stouts. They have their place, dude. Stouts in a winter, like a coffee stout or something, maybe in the winter time. Mm-hmm. But like my go-to beer is, the 1984 edition of Voodoo Ranger, cold as balls on July 4th. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. It tastes like a passion fruit. Of a citrusy passion fruit.
I don't think I like it.
Well, that's fine, but I'm just saying it's like 8%, dude.
Oh fuck, man! I think what domestic beers are what, like 4.2,
3,
4.2, motherfucker.
Oh, because it's in Missouri. I'm from Kansas, where they're like 3.2. You ever heard that 3.2 beer? Yeah, this is 4.2 beer. And then like Bud Light Platinum is 5.
Wait, is Bud Light a part of the Budweiser? This says Anheuser-Busch.
That's what I mean.
Is Anheuser-Busch Budweiser?
Yeah.
It is?
That's who, yeah. That's like the company, I guess.
Okay.
Then they have Bud.
But Coors Light is its own company.
Oh yeah, Coors is over there. Yeah, it's
What's Miller Lite?
I don't have a fucking clue. I think it's under Coors.
The process of being able to look this stuff up is great.
Who owns Miller Lite? I think Miller Lite's owned by Coors. Miller Brewing Company.
No, wait, is that?
It's Miller time. So
oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Is Coors Miller the same company? Miller Coors was a brewing company in the United States, was formed in 2008 as a joint venture between SAB Miller and Molson Coors to combine so they became the same company. So now Miller and Coors are together since 2008.
Okay. Which Coors is disgusting.
I like Coors. So I toured the brewery in Colorado, in Golden, Colorado, and the guy was Adolf Coors.
Were the mountains blue?
They were big.
They weren't blue though.
But they still use mountain water.
You know what that reminded me of though?
Cool.
You seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
You know when he's like, man, I thought the Rockies would be
more Rocky.
That John Denver's a piece of shit.
Such a good. You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Oh, dude, I tell you right now. I hate to go back to it, but fuck, man, they don't make comedies like they used to either. Jesus Christ, man.
You know, I just
name me the last funny movie, and I'm talking about like Dumb and Dumber. I'm talking about like just funny,
like that kind of funny,
like Will Ferrell's. Whenever he went through that era of the other guys, Anchorman, Blades of Glory. Semi-Pro, Tropic Thunder, or not Tropic Thunder, Land of the Lost, Talladega Nights. Name me when's the last time you've seen.
Well, you can't because you don't want to offend anybody, and comedy's so much based in pointing out things.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I never even thought of that point.
Well, yeah.
about
You look at any comedy in the last 10 years and you watch it, you're going to be like, what was the one we were watching? We were watching Community. We were watching the beginning of Community.
Yeah.
There's jokes in there that there's no fucking way you could get away with nowadays. Same with The Office.
Yeah.
Like Diversity Day.
Dude,
Diversity Day is fucking hilarious. No way they'd ever do that today.
The episode where him and Oscar about the faggy thing, you know? It's like, exactly. No, I get it.
Never would happen. It'll never happen again.
Speaking on that kind of subject, don't get me wrong, I do feel for there being I do understand there being a feeling in your mind where you're like, oh, that's disrespectful because I am that. Mm-hmm. I do get that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, my mind is always like, no matter what, you can stand up for what you think is wrong until you're blue in the face. Mm-hmm. People are still going to make jokes about it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, because I'm not one of those guys like, oh, it's 2021, you don't have to be so sensitive, blah, blah, blah. I'm not one of those guys. I understand being sensitive because I'm sensitive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people calling me out or making jokes about kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In my mind, I don't. But at the same time, I know for a fact that, like, if I stand up and say, hey, you don't talk about that. That is blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
These people won't. These people will.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're still going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think as long as you're not targeting one specific cruelty or one specific domain of like, okay, all my jokes are pointed towards this. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it is comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so in that sense, I'm like, if they're not making the joke, someone else is. So it's like,
I mean, so much of it has to do with intention. Like, what's your intention?
Yeah.
Are you really trying to hurt somebody and say, like, because your skin color is this, here's a stereotype or whatever, or because of your sexual orientation? But what I would say comedy mostly is just observation that most of us overlook. Like, you haven't noticed on airplanes, it's like, shit, I have never thought about that.
Or, let's be honest, that most of us know.
That most of us know, but don't want to talk about it, or don't want to say
it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
for sure.
That's the thing is like, do I think that people do need to filter themselves? Yes, because there's the thing about, like, I do think that that's an issue, Mm-hmm. But I agree. Yeah, I think it's all about the intention you have with telling the joke or whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. I think that you had better make sure, because I feel like you can tell when it's comedy and when it's
right, when it's like an attack or
an attack. Yes, exactly. Right. So, but I also think there's like a hard line on the two. Yeah. I think you can tell whenever someone's being super serious about it and when someone's being just bullshitting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think there's definitely a hard line in telling that. And I think that if they're not being all right, I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I think you can tell when they're making jokes. Then I think that's like, okay, maybe let's not be so sensitive about that. Well, let's be sensitive about, people that are serious about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Or like real issues.
Canceling all these shows for being, or canceling these people that had said something 10 years ago. And it's like,
it's a totally different landscape.
It's a totally different landscape. And it's like, if their intentions were just a joke, why cancel them or why make it a big deal?
That, or to think that they haven't evolved, they haven't grown, they haven't looked back on their own actions and been like, "Damn, I wish I wouldn't have said that."
No, the opposite. Totally Steve Carell even said it wouldn't make it today.
No, it wouldn't.
Which
is unfortunate because it's why is The Office the #1 show that everyone watches?
Well, I mean, Seinfeld's better, but
okay, even Seinfeld, dude. Even Seinfeld, there's probably I haven't watched a lot of Seinfeld. But even in Seinfeld, I guarantee there's probably jokes and concepts and observations that they couldn't do today.
I don't like to hate people. I don't. Mm-hmm. I hate people that say that they haven't watched a lot of Seinfeld. I'm just being completely honest. I don't like to hate people, dude. I don't.
Listen, I grew up in the middle of the woods in Quapaw, Oklahoma. We didn't have no fucking TV. My dad would not let us turn the air conditioner on
how old are you now?
unless there's triple digits outside.
How old are you
if
now?
the thermometer did not read 100, AC wasn't going on, bro. Granted, he's a fucking ER doctor.
How old are you now?
I'm 32.
I don't want to hear no fucking excuse about you.
You know
saying
how
you haven't
deep
watched-
I'm into crypto? Do you know how deep I'm into other things?
do you
I don't have time to watch.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Then you've got time to watch Seinfeld.
I don't watch it, dude. I watch YouTube. I watch so much fucking YouTube at triple the speed.
They got Seinfeld clips on you.
Well, I've seen a lot. I've seen the one where George is like, they're all like, "What's the show about?" And he's like, "All right, here we go." Nothing. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that clip.
No,
I'm
man.
gonna watch some Seinfeld for you tonight.
I
You're
will
gonna
say
get a
this. I will
Snapchat
say
of me
this.
in bed.
I will say this.
I'm gonna
Don't start on season 1.
I want to see the raw. I want to see.
No,
raw
no, 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 no,
Seinfeld.
no, no, no. Because look, here's the thing.
I gotta know where the character started.
No, no, no. Here's the thing. That's the thing about Seinfeld. That's why it's the greatest show, because you don't have to start in season 1, because the show, no episode relates to the past one. They're all brand new episodes.
Yeah.
It's about
Don't they
nothing.
call that like? I don't think that's the serial. I think that's.
So you got to get into the show whenever they found their niche. Go season 4.
Okay.
Because season 4 has nothing to do with season 3. Season 4, episode 22 has nothing to do with episode 21, 20, 19,
There's
18.
no sort of crossover.
Nope. Nope.
Seriously?
Nope.
Nothing. Not even a little bit?
Nope.
Not even like a callback to like 10
Nope.
episodes back?
Nope.
Wow. That's interesting. So each episode is a standalone.
Maybe some kind of callback, but it's
very slight.
But it's never like it'll be like say for instance, if George spilled Kool-Aid on his shirt in episode 5. In episode 10, you might hear like, well, what happened to that? What happened to that shirt that you got that stuff spilled on?
Yeah.
It's not like you have to know that he spilled it to know that it ties. No, you don't. I'm telling you.
I guess that's cool.
Go to season 5.
I'm trying to finish up Yellowstone right now.
You're a bitch for that.
Do you like Yellowstone? I feel like you'd be a Yellowstone fan.
Dude, we need to
Texas.
we need to hang out a lot more if you think that I'm a Yellowstone fan.
Well, listen, I think Yellowstone has got its own crowd, and I don't think you're that crowd. But I think you would appreciate it.
Season 5, Seinfeld.
Oh, you said season 4. Do you know Taylor Sheridan?
No.
I don't hate a lot of people, but like, no, dude. Have you seen Hell or High Water?
100%.
That's Taylor Sheridan
That he's the director.
and writer.
Oh, nice.
Sicario?
Yeah, Chris Pine, fucking Chris. Yeah. Emily Blunt and
Wind River.
yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
That's Taylor Sheridan,
I didn't know that.
and he did Yellowstone. So I feel like you'd like Yellowstone. I think you'd like the first season. After
Damn,
that,
dude. You know what's crazy? You
think it's
totally
goofy,
just pulled me in.
Yeah.
We got no. Here's what you did right there.
What did I do?
You just
put
said.
aim that
Here's what you did.
aim
Right
that fucker at your face.
Here's what you said right there.
There you go.
Here's what you did. You did right. You went, oh, it's Taylor Sheridan, and I was like, oh, I don't know who that is. I don't think I like
I'm like,
Yellowstone.
I
and
figured
then
you
you were like,
probably-
oh, well, you were like, I don't know. I mean, have you seen this movie?
Well, I know you're.
Have you seen this one? I don't know. You seen this one? You'd like Yellowstone. It's like, dude, you were like fucking smooth with that,
yeah,
man.
I know you had seen those 3 movies.
Yeah.
If you're as big a fan as I think you are from all the knowledge you've been dropping,
Yeah.
I guarantee you've seen Hell or High Water.
No, it's funny whenever people expect you to drop, whenever like you have the knowledge on something, but whenever you're put on the spot about it, you got no knowledge on it.
It happens every time.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting here at 2 hours before we started this thing, I could have told you 100 actors that were acting in the 50s and 40s.
Sure.
I was like, Robert Redford. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, right.
put me on the spot. It's funny,
Marlon Brando.
it's funny how the knowledge leaves someone whenever they're put on the spot about it.
right. And
But-
it's so strange. I don't
no,
understand that at all.
I definitely love cinema, but no, okay, all right. What is Yellowstone on? Paramount?
Yeah, you can get it. Pamu can get it. Ask Pamu. He'll get it for you. Easily. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he can. Listen, there's 4 seasons. I think season 1 is fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
The best pilot I've ever fucking seen. I watched the pilot for Yellowstone, turned it off, found the script online, sent it to a printer across town, printed it, went and picked it up and read it because I thought it was the best pilot I've ever fucking seen. I'm not kidding.
Damn.
True Detective, can't hold a fucking candle to Yellowstone.
Oh,
1.
get the
Listen,
fuck,
listen. Let
dude.
me finish. Season 1, the pilot, just the pilot. Now from there, there's things that happen that I'm like, whatever. There's some cool shit. There's some really emotionally powerful.
Dude, whenever you find out that the
Like
guy
that
that killed him
pilot.
was the lawnmower guy,
Oh yeah,
get the fuck out of here,
Barbosa.
dude.
Dude, and he's like, remember his wife? She's like, "Are you gonna play with my hoo-ha tonight or whatever?" It's
Yeah.
like, holy
Dude,
shit!
you figure out that he's a lawnmower guy. He went to him in like episode 3
Yeah, they walked past
in
him.
the smallest scene.
They walked past him. You haven't seen season 3?
I got into season 2 and then I quit.
You should at least give season 3 a chance.
Did you watch it?
Oh, fuck yeah. I told you I had so much hope for it. And the first like 4 episodes was like, boom.
Dude,
boom,
I'll tell you right
boom,
now, though,
boom.
that's the thing is, though, I just started this show with Danny McBride, Vice Principals.
Dude, Danny McBride is so funny.
Have you seen Vice Principals?
He's so funny. He is Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
Mother
man.
Nature just pissed a pantsuit. What's the one, the baseball one?
Oh, that's
Eastbound and
and
Down. Dude, Danny McBride might be one of the funniest actors. What's it called? The one you're watching.
Vice Principals.
Oh, dude, this looks good. HBO. I think HBO is the best.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, I think it's the best of all the studios.
Remember one thing. It's all about the students. It's not about you two.
I feel like my mother-in-law would like this.
There's a brand new principal in town. His name is Neil Gandy. Whatever, Gandy. First thing I'm gonna do when I become principal is fire you. Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet the new principal.
Melinda Brown.
I am so sorry that I'm late. There's a car parked in the principal's face.
This looks fantastic, dude.
Damn it, Ray! You broke my computer!
Why didn't they choose you?
Well, baby, when you're the person that enforces the laws, you don't make a lot of friends. The only thing that matters is who has the power. And the wrong person has the power. You shouldn't give up hope just yet. Good guys, they're about to win. Looks like somebody caught a mean case of school spirit.
Nice.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's so good.
It looks good. I mean,
It
like
is
I
so good.
Like I said, I think HBO is the best streaming service. The best studio.
Really?
Dude, look at what they produce. Euphoria. Euphoria is #1 show right now.
Yeah, but
HBO.
you don't think
Game of
that-
Thrones.
You don't think Netflix originals have picked up pretty heavy?
I didn't say that. I'm saying the best. Really? HBO, dude.
Wait, did HBO do True Detective?
Fuck yeah, they did.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
True Detective, Game of Thrones, Euphoria now. Dude, there's a whole bunch of them. They slay it, dude. They have the best shit. They know how to produce the best stuff. Sopranos was HBO.
No way.
Fuck yeah, dude. They started that. Now, not to say that Netflix doesn't have a lot of good stuff. Netflix got House of Cards. House of Cards started the streaming wars.
Yeah, well, I think Netflix does better original movies. I don't know about shows.
I don't even know if HBO does original movies.
Yeah, I
do
don't think so.
I think they do more.
You know, like Don't Look
more
Up was
service.
obviously
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Netflix.
Yeah.
I can't remember. See, you put.
I
me
think
on-
Netflix does. I think Netflix's best thing is docuseries. You know, Tiger
Yeah,
King and
Tiger King.
Chef's Table
Yep.
and all that kind of stuff. I think they really nail the series, the documentary
Yeah.
series. They have, you know, Don't Look Up, and they have The Witcher and stuff. And Netflix
Yeah.
is awesome. But
Yeah.
dude, hands down, like if I gotta like pick one, HBO, dude.
Really.
I just think their production's so much better. I really
Now, I
think
will say that. I will say I do think that the production as far as HBO goes is like
writing, the
man.
cinematography.
Dude, and like, you know, they got Danny McBride also has that one show called The Righteous Gemstones.
Okay.
Pamu's
That's the
been watching it.
one.
Pamu is the reason why I'm watching Vice Principals.
Okay.
He's-
The Righteous Gemstones about the religious
church.
family. Yeah. That's with the big guy.
John Goodman.
John Goodman. Yeah, that one looks like it'd be worth watching.
No, Pamu got me into both of these because
Nice.
Pamu's been watching them. He also got me into. You ever seen Nathan For You?
Does he ever make you watch them French movies, the auteur movies?
Yeah, he's made me watch some stuff that I'm like.
He told me one time that he showed you. I don't even know what it is, but he's like, the only joy I got from it was the fucking confusion from Reid of being like, what am I watching?
Fuck is this? Yeah.
He was just like, it was amazing to watch him try to comprehend what was going on. Some of them are so strange, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. How long do you think we've been sitting here without looking?
I just looked.
Well, I guess you've been looking. It does not seem like that.
No, we just have. It's when you're having a good time. Especially when you have good conversation, you know. Like between us, like
because I felt like
it's easy to pass the ball back and forth, and
Yeah.
it doesn't get tiring. Sometimes I have a guest where I'm like, I need you to talk.
Yeah,
I need you to say something.
Like this morning, whenever me and my girlfriend we walked from Frisco Trail down to Webb City or whatever, like up until we kind of got to Webb City, it was like, yeah, we walked miles. But because the whole time we're walking, it's the greatest, and that's why I really like her a lot, is because we can sit there for 3.5 hours, and not ever be
right. What's going on? Where we at? Yeah.
You know, so like like stuff like that is like
that's big.
Yeah, because we started walking at like 9:50. We got back to the car at like 1 almost.
Yeah.
You know, we were walking for that long, but it's like stuff like that like, you know, stuff like this blows my mind because because there are people sometimes that it's like, oh man, what are we gonna do for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but.
See, that kind of goes back to the previous conversation that we had as far as like getting burned out. And what I was going to say about that is like, you, me, Pamu, a lot of our friends are in a similar spot to where what we do for a living is usually what people do for a hobby. And it's like, yeah, I play guitar in my garage after work. Like, yeah, and you just stop when you want to. Me, I literally have to keep playing to practice. I literally have to keep writing down lyrics to make a song because I got to play in 2 days. Yeah. And I want to showcase this new thing. So things like your walk, like to me, those are the things that allow me to disengage with the process. Yeah. That's why I love having dinner with the wife, eating good food, drinking good wine, and just laughing, talking, like just bullshitting, you know? Yeah. That's the outlet.
Well, that's like I've found like there's certain people in my life that I go to that like make everything worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that like if I talk to Emily, boom, I'm so solid. If I talk to Connor, I got no worries in the world. If I talk to, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain people, and so having those people that like. Which only reason why I was nervous to come on here is because I was like, you just never know, you know. But I also was like, I'm not nervous because I know who you are, and I know for a fact that you're not ever gonna let, you know what I'm saying. But like, if there are certain people I also know that if people they would have asked me to do a podcast, I'd have been like, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying. But I always knew I was like, fuck, dude, I'm down with that because I know you aren't the kind of person that's like,
I ain't gonna let you sink, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna leave you to drown.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's not that. I was nervous. You know, driving here, I'm like, man, what are we gonna talk about? Yeah. What if he just clams up and just doesn't want to talk? Maybe. What if he calls me out on something?
Shit, you should know that I was gonna talk.
I I figured you talk, but sometimes, dude, I've had guests to where like we talk, we start out good, all of a sudden an hour rolls up and it's like, poof. What now? You know, like we've just kind of got to the end of the road because how many times, well, you're a little different, but like how many times do people have 3 hours to sit down and talk without interruption? Not often, dude. And so many times I've had
actually
people
doing it.
Yeah. Without checking your phone, be interrupted, just like one-on-one. It does not happen very often. No, I know. In real life. Oh, and people aren't used to it. Another thing people aren't used to is actually speaking their thoughts in a long form because people interrupt them all the time. Yeah. They're in a coffee shop or a bar and they say, you know, what do you think about the economy? I think it's going to shit. I think it's going to shit too. And it's like, that's not a very deep thought.
Or it's, I think it's going to shit. Oh, I think it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah, like, oh, you fucking think that? Or whatever. Yeah. Rather, it's like, well, why do you think it's going to shit? And you're like, well, and you lay out these, this process or whatever.
Why do you think it's good?
Yeah. And I do not interrupt you. I just let you flow. Maybe I interject a question or something. But most of the time, it's like, let's see where he goes with this. Let's let him finish the thought. And I try to not speak until I feel like the thought has kind of come to fruition, because not many people allow you to figure out what you think because they just stop you. You can't really get to the end of the thought or the belief. Yeah. Just like I did right there.
There you go.
See it?
There we go.
Before we wrap up, I want to talk to you about your writing. Like, what is your strategy or like what is your process in writing a song?
I think for me,
make sure you pull that mic up to your face.
I think for me it's definitely I definitely have to be feeling it. I definitely can't write when I'm not feeling it. Nothing good comes out. I've definitely got to be like in that mode, and I know when I'm in that mode. I know when I'm in that feeling of like, okay, I want to write today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's like the feeling of knowing that and knowing that I'm going to come up with something. Mm-hmm. It may take me 5 tries. I'm going to come up with something that I want to stick with. And I always try to do like, I'll come up with the chords first, like the melody I want, and then I always come up with the line that I think fits best in it, and I'll do like 5 or 6 of those, and then I'm like, okay, what's the best one I have? What do I want to actually write about? What topic do I want to write about? I want to write about this? Okay, boom. And then I start writing on it. And usually I freestyle it first just because I'm just like saying what's in my mind. I'm just, even if it rhymes or not, I'm just saying what's in my mind about that topic. Okay. Taking the best lines from that and then writing those lines in the rhyme scheme that's preferred, fits the song. Yeah. But there's definitely always a time where I'm like, okay, this is what I want to write about. You know what I'm saying? Like, or all the ideas that I come up with, the one that I pick is always the one that like, okay, I'm going to write a good one about this. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's stories that I have or have experienced. But a lot of times it's like just stuff that I feel like I know. That I feel like I have a sense of like, if I write about this, people aren't going to be able to tell that I don't know what's going on about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not writing about doing cocaine and shrooms and fucking bitches. I'm not writing about that because I don't know anything about that. Yeah. So I'm always keeping it in what I know. Right. You know? And so sometimes what I know comes out. Sometimes it's dog shit. Sometimes it's like what I know just isn't, it's not meaningful for me to say. Sometimes it's like, oh, wow, okay, like I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this subject. I got some stuff to say. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But the balance of like writing those songs that it doesn't really matter or it doesn't really, like they're not really good, always leads to a good one. So I know
you got to work through the bullshit.
Every song I write isn't going to be a #1 hit. Yeah. I know that.
Right.
But writing, I know that if I keep writing at it, here's one. Oh, I wrote 7 shitty ones. Here's one. I wrote 10 shitty ones. Here's one. But it's all about writing the ones in between the good ones.
Because if you're the weeds.
Yeah, because if you write a good one, it's like, oh, well, now here's a standard. No. That was a standard that day. You're not gonna have that standard every single day.
Yeah.
You know? So, but staying in that mode of like, okay, like this is the standard today. I want to find that again. But I'm not going to be scared in between the days because I'm not going to write a good one in the next 6 days, or whatever, however long it is.
Right. You don't put that sort of stress on you.
Staying in that mode of like, it's going to come. Just keep writing, keep writing. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
I need another good one now. Keep writing. Here's a good one. So as long as you, which I firmly believe that sticking at something is, you can always be, no matter what it is, I feel like if you stick at it, you're going to become better at it. I've been writing for a couple years now, and I don't ever play the songs I wrote when I first wrote because they're not good. I know now that my writing is a lot better than then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen like so fast. That's the main thing though, is just like sticking to it. That's always been my big thing, is like, no matter what, just write.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's bad, finish the song. If it's bad, throw it away. Don't use it, but finish it. Move on. You know what I'm saying? That's always been me. Is just like, that's just always been my big thing, is like just trying to stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably one of the most powerful things for writers.
Yes.
Finish.
Just
finish it.
Finish.
Yeah. There's been plenty of projects where I've not been able to finish because I'm like, this sucks. You know, it's like, don't matter.
Yeah.
You're just getting the rep. Like, work through
Exactly.
it. There's going to be a diamond in here.
Exactly. Like
But
you're
you ain't
not
going to
like,
find it until you
like,
finish.
you know, you don't work out one time and then,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or
Finished.
You don't fix a car. You don't change an engine the first time and be like, oh yeah, it's perfect. No, it takes time. It's a process, man. And so staying at it is, to me, just the biggest thing that I always say. Like people like, oh, whatever. And that's just, I always say, I'm just like, I just try to stick at it. You know what I'm saying? I go through spells where I don't write.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm just not, I don't want to. I'm not really in that mood.
So
but
you don't force yourself.
I don't force it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
a lot of writers do.
That's just the thing that with me is like, yeah, as if I feel like if I stick with it, I believe in, like I said at the very beginning of the podcast, I believe in sticking with something. You're gonna get good at it, dude. I mean, like if I sat in this room right now and you put a piano in that corner, you come back in a year, I will play that thing.
Oh yeah.
I'll be able to play it.
I believe it.
I believe anybody can. If you stick to something, you will be good at it. I've been writing for 4 years, and I still write shit songs.
Yeah.
I still write songs that are like, dude, that's sucks, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You was gonna show that to people, but I feel like I write a little bit better songs more often than not if I try. You know, so that's just always been my motto. It's just like, stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, that's really all. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. Is like, because it's one of those things, like I said, I can say it 100 times. It's just not always going to be good. You know what I'm saying? And like getting past the feeling of knowing it's not good and realizing it's not and accepting it and moving on. That's my process. It's just like, if I don't write a good, I have this one song that says, we play a lot. It says, so I'll sit right here in the freezing cold and try to write myself a tune. It could take me all winter. It could take me all day. It could take me from July till June. I think as long as I sit out here and play till I can't no more, well, I'm bound to write a good one, maybe tonight, but if not, I'll try to write one more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm bound to write a good one, maybe tonight, but if not, I'll write one more.
I'll keep going.
I'm going to keep going. That's one of the songs we play.
What's that one called?
That one's called Song About Writing a Song.
I like it.
Song about writing a song. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's very insightful. And thank you for sharing that.
Oh, yeah. Which I think that, like, a lot of times, I mean, like, I think that's the same with you. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably think the same thing. Like, if I stick to this one thing, eventually, I mean, dude, you get so many reps in, it's like, there's no way you can't get better.
Right.
Now, if I was trying to be in the NBA, that's far strong. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I think that maybe aren't attainable. But sticking to it, man. I mean, I just feel like that's just like, I feel like anybody can be good at anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you locked yourself in a room with one thing, what would it be? And like, if you're in a room for a whole year with that thing, you're gonna be good at it. Why? Because it's the only thing you got to do. Yeah. And I feel like the only thing I have to do is write the best songs that I possibly can. Do
you think that you've found your voice?
Yes, I firmly believe that now.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, no, I didn't think.
Okay. So very recently.
Very recently, I think within the last year, I've honed in on like.
Yeah. Do you think, or what was your experience when you were trying to develop your voice? Were you scared? Were you nervous to find
No, I
like
think
what you might find?
I was just ready.
You were ready.
I was just ready.
You
I
wanted
was
to
just
find
like,
it.
yeah. I mean, I went through a lot of different phases of playing different kind of music and writing different kind of music and like finally honing in on what I loved. I was just ready to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I went through a lot of different phases of like playing this kind of music or writing this kind of music or having to play for these kind of people, playing for these kind of people. And I think it just finally came to the point, I was just ready to find out what I did best, you know? And I think that I know that now. I know what it means to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so, ready. I was ready, you know, and I knew it was going to be a process. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And I mean, there's still stuff that I'm learning today about getting better every time.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% there, but I know the road I want to take to be the best on what I want to do.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I was ready. I was ready to find it.
What was it like when you found it? Were you like excited or were you like
I don't really
disappointed?
know.
I guess that's what I'm most afraid of. I'm most afraid to be disappointed.
I don't really know if I knew when I found it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew the exact moment. I just it like I said, for me it just happens every time. It happens every day. Every time I play, it just like, okay, you do this really well, or you do this, or you do this. Maybe stay away from this.
You're seeing the hints. You're seeing the clues.
Just seeing it and catching on more and more.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the songs
They're paying attention.
Paying attention. You know, these are songs that get whatever.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I'm still learning.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still going through the motions of like trying to figure out what it is. And I don't think I ever find out what it is. I think I'll always get better or learn more. You know, I don't think I'll ever be to a point where I'm like, okay, this is it. I can always expand. I can always be better at what I'm trying to do.
Right.
And I think that I'm better now at what I tried to do last year. I think a year from now, I'll look back and be like, oh man, I can't believe I'm playing those songs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I believe in that.
You can appreciate it. You
Appreciate
can
it.
appreciate the time that you
the
were
time
there.
that it took. But
Sure.
I believe that, I don't think I'll ever be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'll ever be, satisfied in it. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll always I'll always have that in my mind. Like, this could be better. Or maybe you can do it this note better than you did it this time.
Yeah.
You know, like if I do a note here, maybe I like it here, and I did it here last time. Well, I know now from now on, boom, do it this here.
Yeah.
And then I keep going. And if I like this note, and I'm like, oh, well, now I like it here. Well, now, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm constantly learning. You know what I'm saying? I think
You're constantly improving as well.
And I think as long as you're in that position, I think that's when you know, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Right.
Because I don't give a shit about learning how to flip a burger better. I don't give a shit about fucking building walls or pouring concrete. I don't give a shit about that. I give a shit about writing better music and playing better music and entertaining better music. And so I think that's when you know, whenever you care about it enough to learn more about it, that's when you know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had a bunch of jobs doing different shit, but I know that like I didn't give a fuck about learning more or being better at it.
Right.
I was just trying to get through the day.
Yeah.
And I know that music, I try to be better at it. So that's when I think whenever you're trying to be better at something, that's when you know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Clear enough clue to
Clear
a
enough
passion.
clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have the mindset about what you're doing and you're wanting to get better at it, it's a clue.
Yeah.
It's a clue you might need to pursue that.
Dude, it fucking sucks. I broke the seal.
You broke the seal?
Yeah, I got to piss again.
Oh, dude,
bad.
let's wrap it up. It's 3 hours in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's usually what I shoot for anyway. So
Oh,
it's
yeah?
like, yeah.
Sorry.
And it's
I got to fucking
it's fucking
piss
9
bad.
o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
Damn.
I know. We've been sitting here since 5:30. Well, I guess we should try to start. Anyway, well, dude, appreciate it very much. I've enjoyed it very much. We haven't spent this much time together. We haven't spent, this unbroken time ever. So it's been a blast. I've really enjoyed
Man.
talking to you.
No, dude, I'm like I said, like I came here with expectations of having a good conversation, with a good person, and so you never know where that's going to take you. But I definitely exceeded expectations for sure.
Awesome.
Like, I mean,
Good.
I had a fucking blast.
Yeah, it was
man.
very
I really
fun.
did. I really had a blast, man.
Yeah.
I really had a blast. So
Hell yeah.
thanks for having me on for sure.
Anytime you want to
sure.
come on. I know you live right across the street, so like you want
Yeah,
to come
I was
over.
just-
and
yeah.
I'd love to have the band on at some point. You know?
For sure. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll-
I'd have to get some more mics because I don't know if I have enough mics for everybody. But it'd be cool to have the group on.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was telling the band today. I was talking about I'm going to this podcast, whatever,
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
all like, "Damn, that's so cool."
Yeah, it'd be fun to
I'm
have
like,
all you guys on.
No, yeah, for sure. I will definitely get them in here for
Yeah.
sure. I know for a fact I can get them in here.
Yeah, I'd like to get some sponsors to pay for some of the gear because I've had several groups of people like approach me and I'm like, I'd love to have you guys on. I have 3 mics. I need 6.
Yeah.
I need 6 to do like bands and stuff because Pamu's got a ton of bands.
Yeah.
People come through all the time and I'd like to talk to them.
Yeah.
So, but
No.
you got any shout outs you want to give? Prospectors?
I do want to give a
.com.
shout out. I don't want to give a shout out to Drew Ballantyne, and I want to give a shout out to Logan Parsons and
Mickey.
those two guys. Those two guys they done a lot for me. They don't even know. And yeah, Mickey done an incredibly amount. My best friend Connor, I love that dude. I shout him out literally all the time.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend Emily, she's like literally the greatest person in the world, and I love her. So she's like the best. So, but no, man, like I said, and you for having me here, man. Like I really did. I really had a really good time. So I'm glad you had me on for sure. I would, like I said, love to do it again. But I'm just, really ecstatic about how it went. Because like I said, I love sitting down and just talking, and I don't get to do that a lot with, you know what I'm saying? So
The first time I met you, and then when I got to talking to Pamu, and he was like, "These guys don't have anything online. They don't have any Instagram, nothing." And my first thought was like, "The world needs to know.
Yeah.
The world needs to know." So hopefully this podcast helps with that.
Oh, well, yeah, man. Like, for sure. And like I said, we'll definitely get together on that music stuff, and we'll get some stuff rolling for sure. Because like I said, I know you're capable of it, and I know Pamu is too. So we need to definitely get that rolling. We've been talking about that too, so it's definitely in the works for sure.
Yeah,
So,
I know you've been wanting to do some acting as well.
certain roles.
Certain role. I mean,
Certain
whatever role
roles.
fits, dude.
Whatever
Because
role
we're
fits,
doing
man.
short films and we need actors.
Maybe I'll be a Chris Pratt.
Nah, you're gonna be.
Reid Burns.
What's Turtles All the Way Down? Sturgill. You're gonna
Sturgill
be
Simpson?
You're gonna be a Sturgill Simpson, dude.
Shit.
I worked with him last summer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he rolls his own cigarettes. It's pretty cool.
badass.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. All right, Prospectors. Next Monday, which would be, I don't even know, February 14th. They will be at Longhorn Bar in Webb City, correct? Every Monday?
Every Monday, Longhorn Bar, Webb City.
You got any more shows coming up that would be like
we
gather?
Yeah, we've got some coming up. I'm not the best at looking at the dates. The dates are on the other guy's phone.
You just show up and
But we
play,
do have
baby.
a Facebook page. The Prospectors is our
Okay, check it
Facebook
out.
page. So if you get on Facebook, look up the Prospectors.
the
And like I
link
said,
in-
every
link below.
Monday, Longhorn Webb City. If you're reading it, listening, and you want to come out to that, that's like I said, that's the best gig you can go to. So best band in
Hell yeah.
town. So yeah, Longhorn every Monday.
I'll be there.
You won't be there.
Dude, I swear to God. Now I'm going to have to be there to prove you wrong. All right. Appreciate you coming on, man. Anytime you want to come on, I'm looking forward to our next round. I'm looking forward to your shows. I'm looking forward to coming to a couple
Hell
shows.
yeah,
too.
for sure.
So.
For sure.
All righty, everybody. Thanks for listening today. I hope you enjoyed it. Episode number 64 with Reid Burns. Yeah, it's 9:00 on a Thursday. It's time to head home and love on the wife a little bit. So hope you enjoyed the podcast today. Hit us up online. Let me know who you want to come on the podcast. Hope you have a great week. Peace.
Sci-Fi wins.